Welcome, everybody, to Simply Reliable Studios presents Deadline Watch Along. I am, of course, Mr. Reliable, Walter Cruz, soon to be joined by the man with the simple voice, Noah Foster. He should be here within the next 15 minutes or so. But, of course, we got a schedule to keep, so I wanted to come on time for you guys. Welcome, everyone. How's it going? I see people piling into the chat. We can't thank you enough for what you can do. And yes, I realized I was muted because my headset turned itself off. Thank you for that. So, alrighty, coming in hot with the botch there. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Right now, WWE on Peacock is doing what they do with the promotions. So, we'll be there soon, and there's the botch logo. So, how's everybody doing tonight? First of all, it's good to, as JJ says, it's good to see and be seen. So, I'm doing well. I'm glad to see everybody here. We got a hell of a card to talk about tonight. We have the Men's Survivor Series, and in case you guys didn't know, there is a little bit breaking news that WWE has released. So a little bit of breaking news. WWE has announced that starting tonight's event is going to be the Men's Survivor Series. So right off the bat, the Men's Survivor Series is starting, and closing will be the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. So give it up for WWE. They gave the women the main event. So I'm so glad they were able to do that. The men. So that means hot at the beginning, right off the bat, is going to be the Men's Iron Survivors match. So we'll go ahead and talk about that. I'll give my opinion. What's up, Daniel? I'll give my opinion on it, and you guys can comment and give your opinion so Noah gets here, and then we'll have him give his opinion. Yeah, Matthew, exactly how I feel. NXT. And definitely no spoilers for AEW Collision, please. We remain spoiler free here on the only reliable SRS. So I'm going to run the trailer of the latest watch-alongs, and then after that, I'll be back to start discussing deadline. Want to give Noah a little bit of time to get in here. So this is the newest watch-along trailer, along with the newest Renegade Reviews trailer. Please subscribe to Casa de 18 Studios. He has brought back the Renegade Review, which is awesome. I know the red one, that's the latest one he just released, and I just watched that, which I don't know why I watched the review before I watched the movie, but I do got to take my kids to see that movie because they're really interested. So we'll be back in the Simply Reliable studio.
And now for a taste of things to come.
Yes, of course. All the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling, damn it, and combat sports and other content. If you watched us the other day, we threw out the idea of possibly a video gaming channel between me and the simple man Noah Foster, which will it seems to be getting positive feedback, and a lot of people seems like they want me to do it, so that may be coming up exclusive to my channel, the Simply Reliable Video Game channel. We're gonna come up with a nice snazzy name. I got a couple there in the chamber. I just need approval by the crew so we can see. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and start discussing, since it's the opening match. Let's discuss the men's Iron Survivor. I'm going to show the rules for the Underground. Sorry, I said Iron Survivor. Let's do the NXT Underground rules first. For Lola, of course, my heart attack. My heart attack, Lola Vice. I gotta look over my shoulder. Make sure wife isn't here because I already see she's in the chat. Hi, hun. The Iron Survivor. Sorry, why do I keep saying Iron Survivor? That's what I'm most excited about. Can you guys tell? But the NXT Underground rules: no counts, no pinfall. The only way to win, and she is over my shoulder. And the only way to win is by knockout, TKO, and submission. Which, if you think about it, if you actually think about it, this should favor Lola Vice because Lola obviously has an MMA background. She is in jujitsu. She's in karate. She does so much. Yeah, if they were the first match, I would need a towel. And she just approached my shoulder and just looked at me. Um, but thank you, 26.2 miles outside parts of known, looking fresh, and I feel fresh, and I appreciate it. And you got to be the man with the best ever. You got to be the best name on YouTube ever. But anyways, yeah. So if you think about it, this favors Lola because of her MMA background. But we've seen what Jada just did. If you watched NXT Tuesday, spoiler alert, she did a spinning back elbow that knocked Lola Vice clear out. All you need is that one move. If if that happens tonight, then it's over. Lola loses. So it can happen. Jada obviously proves she can knock Lola Vice out. The winner is us, the fans, me especially. I'm winning. But yes, Cape, Noah is doing the call. I'm just opening. We're doing the pre-show first to give our opinions. I'm just procrastinating until he gets ready. You know, he's got to look sharp, and he is the sharpest dressed man on YouTube and on this channel. So we got to give him a little time to put on the tie, to put on the suit. He is the general manager of the SRS, so he's got to look shazzy, so, or snazzy, I should say. But anyways, yeah, it should favor Lola, and then, like I said, the winners are us. So I'm gonna go ahead and discuss. Now I can discuss the men's Iron Survivors match. We don't know if Eddie Thorpe has been replaced. It hasn't been broken yet, or news hasn't been broken yet about whether Eddie Thorpe is replaced. But you got Nathan Frazier, Javon Edwards, possible Eddie Thorpe, maybe his replacement who took him out, Ethan Page, and of course, Wes Lee. Now, this is going to open tonight. All I know is it's going to be a crazy ass fight. It's hard for me to pick. Like, it's between, to me, it really is between Wesley and whoever. If Eddie Thorpe gets replaced, that person is probably going to win because a lot of people, including myself, believe that might be Obafemi. Obafemi might have came back, took Eddie Thorpe out, and is going to replace him. And if he did, then that's who wins. and hopefully it is Obafemi. If they replace it with somebody else, I don't know. So it's either Wesley or his replacement. And here Matthew, I guess he says Ava reported on Twitter that Eddie was replaced. We just don't know who. All right, so that's a game changer. Like I said, I stay off Twitter. I stay off Facebook when there's a pay-per-view because I don't want to be spoiled. So that you guys can get genuine live actual reactions. I hate to, even though I got a theater in background, uh a theater in background. A background in theater. I grew up acting and stage acting. I went to school for theater, all that. I don't like doing fake reactions and pretending like we didn't know what was going to happen and then try to give you guys a bullshit reaction. I'd rather give all of us an actual live, authentic reaction. So that's why I stay off Twitter and anything to do with any pay per views. But thank you, Emmanuel. I see now everybody's saying it to me. Ava put out on Twitter. So that changes my pick. Actually, no. I'll stick with Wesley until I find out exactly who replaced. Because if it's Obafemi, it's automatically him winning this Iron Survivor. And trust me, after he does that, he's definitely gonna pull the whoever the championship, whoever is the champion at the end of the night tonight. Sometime Oba, whenever the Iron Survivor gets the challenge for that title, it's going to be Obafemi. Definitely 100%. Plus, WWE just announced this trade. I guess it was a trade thing. I did not see SmackDown. I'll put it out there, but I did hear about there's a trade or something where people can go from NXT to Raw to SmackDown, which 100% you guys know that is just because of January 6th. It is because Netflix is coming to Raw. So Roman Reigns is probably going to end up on Raw because Raw is going to return to being the A show, and that's the whole reason they're doing this weird trade. Which I don't know why they're doing it anyways, because brand split. What the hell is that? That's a laughing thing. There is no brand split. But I guess that's the reason they're really doing it. Maybe they'll take the brand split serious. And if they do that, Trick Williams, if he's no longer the champion, I can really see being traded to either Raw or SmackDown, no longer on NXT. And Oba can dominate NXT. Vice versa, Oba could be going to Raw or SmackDown. So it's gonna be real interesting to see. Now let's go to the tag team titles. And as I've been joined by JJ here, let me bring my man, the renegade of the Simply Reliable Studios, the renegade of wrestling, JJ Williams. How you doing today, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I'm super excited about this. I keep calling everything the Iron Survivor because I'm so souped about it. But and you know what else I'm looking forward to? Because Alicia already creeped up behind me when I mentioned it, showed the graph, and yeah,
Yep.
I wish you were there to just be like, look over your shoulder, because it genuinely shocked the shit out of me that she just walked up to me.
You shouldn't be shocked by now, bro. Your woman is watching. If nothing else, think of it as her way of supporting your channel because that's a view on your channel, but she is watching. And, bro, I mean, you just got to mind your P's and Q's with your mamacita shit. Maybe do a James and sit out that match. That way you can't get in trouble.
She's definitely watching. She's probably got a list and checking it twice like Santa right now.
Oh, yeah.
And we just got joined by, of course, the man with the simple voice, Noah Foster. How's it going tonight?
Hello, it's going well. Oh gosh, good to see everybody this fine evening on a Saturday night with so much going on in combat sports and professional wrestling. Prepare for the wildest, most unpredictable, most insane 25 minutes of the year in WWE. This is NXT Deadline, and I'm
Damn
looking
it.
and we don't digress. And I'm looking very forward to the fact that the women are headlining tonight's event. So I'm looking very forward to the show. It's good to see you guys as always once again.
Yeah,
As
I'm
they
so happy the
should.
women. Yeah,
Damn
I
it.
got so happy. And people have been telling me in the chat that Eddie Thorpe is replaced. I didn't know because,
Yes.
like I stay off Twitter. I stay off social whenever there's an event, just so we can give genuine, real reactions here live in front of everybody. So it's not
Yes.
staged like other people do. So I purposely stayed off.
Absolutely.
So I didn't even know Eddie Thorpe was replaced, but We don't know
Well, we
who,
saw
but it
his
is
attack.
reported.
Yeah, well, we saw his attack when we did our impromptu watch long on Tuesday, Walter. So we kind of
Mhm.
were expecting this.
Yeah.
Yes, Ava took to Twitter a little bit earlier, posted like a 30-second, 45-second clip just acknowledging that Eddie is unable to compete and he will be replaced. As of this moment, 3:49 p.m. Pacific, 6:49 Eastern, no announcement has been made as to who is replacing Eddie Thorpe, but we will find out soon enough as the men's Iron Survivor is kicking the show off. And God damn it, I
Mhm.
think I know, at least I know in my soul who I want it to be.
Go
It is
ahead.
a man that Walter believes in.
Don't, JJ.
It is a
Oh.
man that I believe
JJ.
in. It is a
JJ.
man that Noah believes in. That's
JJ.
right,
Don't you.
Santa Claus.
You motherfucker.
You got me because I was ready to hit that damn graphic.
I swear he was
I
about
was
to
going
try
to
and
do
throw
it,
in a
but
gimmick.
Noah was begging for me not to do it, so I will hold off. But yes, that man from
Uh,
TNA, I got a feeling in the pit of my gut is going to be the man to replace him.
I
I
mean,
don't
again,
think he attacked Eddie, but I think he may be the man to replace him.
oh yeah, and that'd be smart if Ava announces it and just said, "Now he wasn't in the arena, he did not do the attack, but I made a phone call." Like if she like
Hmm.
just so that I, of course the man won't be booed, but just in case there's some Eddie Thorne people out there, just in case it doesn't want to make that person look like an a-hole, you announce it first and you say, "I made a phone call." That's how you play it safe.
Yep.
What do you think, Noah?
I mean, again, it's one of those things where predictability right now could be your worst enemy. Unpredictability could be your greatest strength because you know everybody in NXT who's in the field, they know what each person brings to being able to scout, being able to watch them, being able to attack them. But the fact that we don't know an unknown, that puts everybody right now on notice and they have to prepare for absolutely anything. So Wildcard right now definitely has the most advantage. We talked about a few names that we thought could be the guy to do it, whether or not they're connected to Eddie Thorpe or they're connected to NXT or they're looking for an opportunity, maybe even harder as Eddie Thorpe was trying to do with Amber Rain impromptu getting an attack. So we'll see soon enough as we get ready again because there is only 9 minutes left to meet that deadline to find out who it is. Speaking of deadline, there's Soruka, one of our participants, of course, in the women's Iron Survivor Challenge. And like I said, not only NXT OG, but a person that has never had an opportunity for Roxanne Perez NXT Women's Championship.
And the damn main event. I'm so happy.
I can
Ah,
tell.
yeah. But anyways, I was discussing when you came in here the tag team championship match there. Fraxium versus the no quarter catch crew, Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne. For me, I got new champions. But it kind of depends on what order the PLE is because now that we know the opening is the Iron Survivor match for the men, does Frazier lose twice? If he doesn't win the Iron Survivor, do you back to back make him book? Or is it because he's so focused on one over the other? That's what causes the dissension and causes him to lose. So what do you think, JJ?
Well, I don't see him winning Iron Survivor. Nothing against Nathan Frazier, but at this point in time, I don't see him as world champion material. But I think if you book the tag titles match immediately following Iron Survivor, you've given a way to protect Frazier
Mm.
in their title loss to the No Quarter Catch crew because he literally just finished a match. If you give him any time to rest, then he's got a little bit of an opportunity to talk over strategy with Axiom, get his bearings back about him. But if you go right into the match ending and the next match is for the tag straps, you give a way for the No Quarter Catch crew to get the titles without, with protecting Fraxium a little bit if you're not going to pull the trigger. And if you do pull the trigger, then you've got Axiom able to be like, you were so focused on singles gold, you entered this Iron Survivor, you lost, and now we lost the tag titles as well.
Well, that's not the first time that we've seen people work double duty on NXT takeovers. I go back to NXT takeover New Orleans when Adam Cole became the first ever NXT North American champion in his first opportunity in a ladder match. And he still was able to fight through later on in the evening to also capture the NXT Tag Team Championships on behalf of the Undisputed Era. Even if it did involve somebody else joining the fray, there are those people that have that iron will that no matter what, they can persevere. And at the end of the day, there's one thing we can say about Fraction. When it comes to the goal, they always seem to be on the same page. But truth
That
be told, like
ends
you
tonight,
said,
bro.
we'll see. Because the biggest caveat to your point, no matter what, we know that David Frazier will be less than 100% going in to that tag team title match because he's going to be first competing in the Iron Survivor Challenge. As you said, the men's Iron Survivor Challenge opens the night while the women's fucking closes the night as it should. Damn it. And again, we are just literally mere minutes away before Deadline finally gets underway on the worst streaming service ever with 90% advertising and actual wrestling and such that. But I'm going to leave that alone unless I get us through PayPal. You're not going to get NAF tonight, no matter how much it pisses me off that this service still sucks.
Well, let's not say never because I'm sure we will invoke NAF at some point this evening.
Nobody wants that.
Whether it's the watch along or on the shenanigans later on, I'm sure we'll find some way to trigger NAF. To Cape Rayer's point, I don't think it's Ricky Starks. I do feel possibly that it could be Penta El Zero Miedo, but I'm still holding out for that other guy from TNA that's crossed the line more than a few times with NXT.
You also got to consider that mystery person. Do they have any ties with anybody else in the field? You're talking about TNA. Let's not forget one person here has a tie with somebody very well known from TNA. We've seen TNA cross the line before into NXT. We know Wesley, he also, you think his past is finally done with him? Maybe not. And maybe this is the way that Ava Rain captures an opportunity. Maybe she finds out via a camera that it was Wesley and the past comes back to bite him tonight, if not beat him, but cost him. The only one right now that has no opposing forces, as far as we know, against them, based on what we've watched, is Javon Evans. Because all we've seen Javon Evans do is bounce out of the ring and be endorsed by X-Pac. The last time we saw Javon Evans, he beat the man that's in the match with him, Wesley.
And now also,
what if it's X-Pac?
Hey, what if they just announced yesterday on SmackDown that they got this trade thing where people can just show up? What if it's somebody from Raw or from SmackDown? Somebody can just come down and say, I want to make an impact. I'm showing up on NXT. What if it's someone like Chad Gable? Somebody like just random people.
I was going to say, we already know how Noah feels about brand split, LOL. But you got to figure, Noah, they're doing this because of the Raw on Netflix, and Netflix wants certain people on their show.
Yeah.
So they're doing this whole. So they're doing this whole thing as a way to kind of like move the chess pieces around so Netflix is happy. But NXT was mentioned more than once in the conversation when they did that. So could we be seeing NXT talent getting moved up to Raw and or SmackDown as these chess pieces get moved around? That's something to think about it also. We've talked ad nauseum about how someone like Roxanne Perez should have been on the roster when they did the draft this year and only wasn't, more than likely because of what happened to Cora Jade. We still can't prove that's the reason, but we all pretty much feel that's the reason. So to Walter's point, could it be Santos Escobar? Could it be Andrade El Idolo? Could it be somebody else from the main roster that would fit in this type of thing? What about a Julius Creed?
I still think you're pulling for straws, but according to Sheriff Schreiber, apparently Rain has found the replacement. We are going to find out here in less than 3 minutes when the Iron Survivor Challenge for the men opens the show. Again, folks, we are less than 3 minutes away from Deadline officially kicking off. We got 2 Iron Survivor Challenges. We got an NXT Championship match, NXT Tag Team Championship match, and Walter, try to control yourself and be on your MMA professional behavior. 2 women go underground as Lola Vice and Jada Parker look to duke it out to see if someone's going to be tapped out or knocked out. And who knows what else might happen here. This is the last stop of 2024 for JJ's brand. This is NXT, and someone is about to meet their deadline.
Yeah,
But
looks
again,
like we're
ugh.
about 30 seconds away from going live. So yeah, we already know. We said it several times. Starting with this men's Iron Survivor. I'm ready to edit. So let's see who it is to edit this banner here.
And again, for those that don't know what an Iron Survivor challenge is, of course, they will explain the rules. But if you're tuning in just now, hearing these words, what this mean? What's this mean? What's this mean? It's the wild, most unpredictable 25 minutes of the year, and every second counts. Every match, each Survivor, excuse me, 2 superstars will start the match, duking it out for 5 minutes, and then every 5 minutes thereafter, another superstar will enter the fray. Decisions are found via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. And when you are caught in a fall, you are then locked in a penalty box for 2 minutes while the other person gets a single point. The person with the most points at the end of 25 minutes is this year's Iron Survivor and will receive a future NXT Championship opportunity. Grayson Waller and Trick Williams have already accomplished this for the men, while the Prodigy, Roxanne Perez, and Blair Davenport have accomplished this for the women. It is the 3rd ever men's and women's Iron Survivor challenges to secure that golden ticket towards a future NXT Championship opportunity.
And there's only a 50% success ratio, as Roxanne Perez and Trick Williams were successful, while Grayson Waller and Blair Davenport were not.
I want to put this out, and I want you guys to give your opinions. NXT wants to be taken serious. It looked like WWE takes them as the 3rd brand. This is called WWE's deadline. It's not even called NXT. Should, in order to make this taken more serious, because I think it should, that's my opinion, I want your opinion, should the winner of the Iron Survivor actually get their shot at WrestleMania, so it'd be taken real serious that NXT has their title shot on WrestleMania, on pay-per-view. Doesn't have to be an NXT PLE. I really feel like it should be given at WrestleMania, much like the Rumble winner. What do you guys think?
Nah, I think they're too far out. This isn't like Zack Sabre Jr. changed tradition with the G1 Climax, where usually the winner would challenge at Wrestle Kingdom. He changed that to King of Pro Wrestling, Goku Sumo Hall. Again, we're talking about WrestleMania booking so far out in advance. Dude, that's 4 months away. Seriously, they got New Year's Evil, they got Vengeance Day, and I'm sure they're gonna have something else in between. And clearly, the Iron Survivor, I don't think it's necessarily going to be that marquee name on the WrestleMania weekend marquee. I just don't see it happening. I don't think it's needed. As again, we see the participants coming in. There you see all Ego, Ethan Page, and we saw Javon Evans taking a thrill ride as he prepares for the thrill ride of a lifetime, the Iron Survivor Challenge, and Stephanie Valkyrie, known as the Dark Angel of NXT. Everybody making their way into the armory, and will we whoop that trigger? Will Trick get whooped and flatlined at deadline? As we are mere moments away from NXT deadline beginning. So everybody, you ready to go tonight?
I am. I've got Stephanie Valkyrie on my screen, so I'm way behind y'all.
Oh, I'll pause it for a while. Let me know when the snow and the little background come on. But JJ, while we wait, what's your opinion on what I said?
Give me a second.
I was waiting for a clock to show up on our screen with snow, Walter. You just said it. Dadgummit, man.
Okay, snow.
There you go.
I don't think both opportunities at WrestleMania, because I feel like Stand and Deliver needs something.
Not TNA.
To Noah's point, I'm not saying that every opportunity needs to wait for Stand and Deliver. A lot of it just depends on the storytelling and when you need to pull a trigger. You know, we had Roxanne Perez cash in at New Year's Evil. We had Trick Williams cash in at Spring Breakin'. Neither one of those things are Stand and Deliver. And Stand and Deliver is their WrestleMania weekend show. I feel like if the storyline dictates it, then I could see something major like that being added to the WrestleMania card. Probably jerking the curtain if we're being real. But I think that it should be a Stand and Deliver thing personally, because that is their WrestleMania. It's still part of the WrestleMania weekend festivities, but it's the crowning moment for the NXT brand. If a story dictated itself, adding it to Mania, I think could be nice.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't see that as a necessity.
Okay. That
But
makes
still,
sense.
optimistic, Walter, considering, again, NXT is not necessarily Royal Rumble weekend, Marky, and they don't have like an Elimination Chamber eliminator. But we've seen in the past NXT, they've always built somehow stand and deliver into the new year versus prior to it. And tonight, Stephanie Valkyrie, Julia, Soruka, Zaria, Win Sinclair, all you go for the page, Wesley, Javon Evans, David Frazier, and a mystery have an opportunity to start their new year off right with a golden chance. Keyword chance, not a guarantee.
This is true.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
As we
she's
count
definitely
down
watching.
to the new
That's
year.
not a bad idea.
Exactly. Shout out, by the way, to the chat before I forget. As always, we want to thank you all. You encourage the passion, the coverage, the commentary here. You all make this possible. We do this for the love of wrestling. Please follow Ranker J.D. Williams on the show. And we do this for the support and the appreciation of all of you that are also fans and admirers and viewers of all things combat sports professional wrestling. So again, thank you for tuning in. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, PayPal, my friend, support our passion. If you want to dictate the conversation, super chat, as simple as that. And now, courtesy of Survival Studios and brought us by Sonic the Hedgehog 3, WWE brings us tonight Deadline. Welcome to the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Minneapolis Armory, and welcome to the last stop of NXT's calendar year for 2024. It is the most unpredictable, wild, and insane 25 minutes you will see during the calendar year. As you count down to the new year, we count up the clock to see who meets there. Deadline. I'm Noah Foster, along with Walter Cruz, the man who is this is brand. This is the Regular Wrestling JJ Williams, and we are happy to be with y'all tonight. And again, it is a sold-out, jam-packed crowd. The NXT faithful have come in spades, and we have gathered here this Saturday evening to bring you our coverage today. Let's go to Mike Roman in the ring for our first Deadline Iron Survivor Challenge.
What's up with Booker T and the scarf?
It's cold outside. You saw the snow.
I know. I'm just saying. What if that's
it's Minnesota in winter?
And
what if that's a foreshadowing for 5 years from now?
And again, guys, let's go ahead and confirm the rules to everybody. Men's Iron Survivor Challenge is a 25-minute time-limit match with 5 superstars competing to become #1 contender. 2 superstars start the match, and every 5 minutes thereafter, a new superstar will enter until all competitors are in the ring. Falls can be won via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. When a superstar scores a fall, they earn 1 point, and the person that eats the fall is locked in the penalty box for 2 minutes. The person with the most falls when the clock meets the deadline of 25 minutes will be this year's Iron Survivor winner and will get a future NXT Championship opportunity.
And just remember, it ain't over till the fat lady sings. We saw what Trick did. He was behind, and how quickly he earned, what was it, 3, 4 falls to all of a sudden be ahead?
In less than 90 seconds. He pinned the entire field. I have not seen a comeback that great since LeBron James.
Wait a minute, JJ. Did Noah just do a sports reference?
He did. First man to the ring is the young OG, the bouncy one, Javon Evans.
And let's keep in mind, JJ, everybody here qualified tonight. Nobody was just simply picked based on the year they had in NXT. But you could argue that Javon Evans has been a breakout star for your brand this year, endorsed by the Viper, Randy Orton, and with wins over members of this field, including Wes Lee.
Well, we can't completely say that, no, because we don't know who the mystery person that was hand selected by Ava. That person obviously didn't qualify, didn't have the last chance match. They're just being randomly inserted into this matchup. But to your point, everybody else has qualified. And yes, Javon Evans is definitely the breakout of the year, much like Obafemi was last year.
And Walter, we saw Wes Lee, of course, qualify for this match, but of course, he no doubt wants to make sure Javon Evans doesn't win this. And he feels like he's moved on from his path and from the NXT universe after destroying Zachary Wentz in a Chicago street fight.
Most
I can't
definitely.
get used to Wesley without the dreads, though.
Dude, me neither. I was just thinking that you read my mind. But yeah,
He looks like a
Wesley,
completely different individual.
Hey, that's true.
exactly. Yeah, Wesley is also. I feel like he's threatened by Edwards. He sees himself in him, and I feel like he knows how he was coming up, and he's really threatened by Mr. Bouncy, and he's gonna maybe focus too much on him. But we've seen weird alliances in matches like this. Do they all team up and feel like this mystery person didn't deserve it because they didn't qualify, and they go all attack him and beat him a bunch of times and make him lose? Like, you never know what's going
Whoa!
on.
Well, Sunset Flipper got first two, and here's the first cover. Gets a 2 count. Let's keep in
Bell
mind, guys.
rings.
These guys are literally, tell me when your clock hits 10 seconds. These guys are literally kicking off for the first 5 minutes. It's standard one-on-one action for the
10.
first 5 minutes.
There we go. Now we're all synced up. 13,
Wesley
14.
Javon Evans, massive drop kick, and Javon looking for the quick first fall. And think about how much of an advantage it is to get that first fall within the first 5 minutes, to keep that person in the box for 2 minutes. You rest, you regroup, you replan, you recuperate. I think it goes better if you get the fall closer towards the 2-minute mark as you prepare for the next person coming in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no doubt.
this is very smart strategy by Javon, though, to try to get the
Whoa!
point quick.
Standing shooting star going for the quick decision. 2.5 again for Javon Evans.
And notice, gentlemen, they are definitely keeping this mystery person a secret. We don't even have their name written up on the graphic on the lower third.
Exactly.
You almost wonder that mystery person might be one of the other 3 men that were part of that last chance qualifier, including Nathan Frazier's tag team partner Axum. And how would that change the dynamic of this match? Oh!
It's
To be
always possible, but when you figure that those 3 men lost not once but twice, how can you justify inserting them here?
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna say they don't really deserve it. If they had 2 opportunities, you're really gonna give them a third?
Well, you can say it for anybody she puts in. Cover by Wesley. It's a 2 count on Javon Evans.
I don't like the way Evans landed on his neck there.
Yeah, that was nasty. I mean, there are people you could insert here where you wouldn't say that about. Prime example would be, what if it's the ruler, Obafemi? He has not been seen since losing his North American Championship. And while he didn't qualify for this matchup, you cannot tell me, looking at his 2024, that he does not deserve a spot in this for an opportunity at the title.
His reign alone makes him deserve it. So you're absolutely right.
With only 2 defeats in his young NXT career, breakout 20 winner in January, who beat Dragon Lee for the NXT North American Championship, including wins over Wesley, the former NXT North American Champion, that really due to injury, and only 2 defeats, like you said, both to Tony D. Last time we saw him was Halloween Havoc, and I think that's a very fair, valid argument. But again, we'll find out maybe in the next 2 minutes and 30 seconds as the next person comes in. And I almost wonder which person is the most dangerous to come in next. Who is the worst for Javon Evans or Wesley to see at that clock? It's 5 minutes.
Well, Oba has history with Wesley. Wesley, when he came back, immediately wanted NXT North American title shots. Who did he get beat by multiple times? Obafemi. But you got to wonder, we talked about his haircut and stuff, JJ. I wonder if this is a makeover for this trade thing. Maybe they had this whole thing coming up and they knew it, and Wesley's doing a little bit of a makeover before he premieres on the main roster.
Always a possibility. Always a possibility. To Noah's question, I think the most dangerous person to come in right now would be Nathan Frazier. Nathan Frazier is just as fast-paced as Javon Evans, whereas Ethan Page would keep the pace moving slow like it currently is now that Wesley is dominating.
Yeah, but to your point also, could that be what they're used to and they want that pace, so they actually want Nathan Frazier to be next? Maybe they don't like to be slowed down. It could be that too. It depends on perspective.
You want to talk about perspective again? Both these men, they have to literally hang for 25 minutes, and right now neither man has a decision. Nice corkscrew splash, goes up and over, hooks the leg of Javon Evans, gets a 2 count again. No falls rendered as we are just a little bit over 1 minute away from entrant number 3 of 5 entering the fray.
And to your point earlier, Noah, I think now would be a great opportunity to get that pinfall. You still got the better part of a minute to recuperate, and you know that the person you pinned is still going to be in the box for about a minute once your next person comes out.
Mm-hmm. And I'm also glad that there's 5 individuals. I'm kind of glad that Fraxium didn't make it because let's say I was.
Bomb, JJ, shut the fuck up too.
It's the
I
least
will
effective
not.
move.
He still didn't get the goddamn pinfall. And
Exactly.
even if he did get it, and even if he did, he wouldn't have won the match with it.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Sorry, folks. There's a whole beef between me and JJ that one.
Me
There's a
too.
stunner there by Javon Evans.
I'm on JJ's side with that.
And Wesley got caught. Look, Wesley, leverage.
Feet on the
Wesley, up a
He
fall.
got it.
He
He got it. But back to what
Javon
I was saying.
Evans goes to the penalty box. Wesley up 1-0, and we were at the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, and what I was saying was I'm kind of glad it's 5
Uh-oh.
different individual people because let's say me and JJ were in here and we're tag teams.
Here comes Nathan Frazier.
You don't think that if we were the first 2, we wouldn't sit around and wait for the 5 minutes and just rest and let the next person come because we're a tag team?
Why would you just wait literally for 5 minutes when you literally could be like Wesley right now, up a decision? To your point, Wesley was the first fall of the match, and Javon Evans is stuck in the penalty box now for another minute. Nice reverse DDT by Nathan Frazier, one half of the NXT Tag Team Champions, who again will defend that title later tonight along Axiom. Beautiful frog splash. Covered by Frazier. Kick out at 2.5.
To JJ's point earlier, look how Frazier came out on fire, moving along. If the tag team match is immediately next, there's the excuse. Because look at all the energy he's expending within the first minute that he's been out.
Again, you got to try and get that early pinfall. If Nathan Frazier was able to get the pinfall there, he'd have a minute to recuperate before the next person comes in.
David Frazier, a student, by the way, of Sephiroth Rollins, Tyler Black, as he drives Wesley face first into the second turnbuckle off the inside Russian leg sweep. Now looking to follow up again. High-risk offense to the outside, though, and Wesley rolling kick takes Frazier down. And there you
10
see
seconds
Javon
till Evans comes out.
Yeah, then you see Javon waiting.
Evans is also, the penalty box kind of helps you, even though you're behind. When you're waiting, you get to rest up and behind while the field is going at, and you can come out and get surprise pins. It ain't over until it's over.
What's Javon Evans?
Up and over. The un-OG got bouncy there.
Damn, I guess he was telling me ain't no rest for me.
That is insane hang time as he springs literally over the top ring post rope corner. What do you want to call that? Shade of Ricochet did the Giant Gargano a few takeovers back.
How dangerous was that, though? You see how close he was to that corner as we take a look at the replay? Look at that. Boom. He could have really got hurt.
Yeah, he almost hyperextended, almost got his leg caught on the barricade. Again, high risk, high reward. Sometimes you got to take those chances here. As Javon Evans again is down to fall and realize right now it's very critical here. Cover by Javon on Frazier. Wesley coming in, misses Evans. Did more damage to Frazier than he did Evans. And Evans now with Wesley. Got him hooked. What is this?
I thought he was going to go for a tombstone for a second, the way he held him.
Cover by Evans. Kick out Wesley at 2. It's one of those things also we talking about endurance. Let's talk about conditioning here, guys. The more you're using these heavy-duty power moves, the more you're wearing yourself out. That can lead to a vulnerability.
Well, to counterpoint, the more you go for these high-risk, fast-paced moves, the more likely you are to injure yourself.
Yeah.
8 minutes in.
Speaking of, we've seen what happened at War Games. People going with crazy moves. How many people came out injured out of that match?
Yeah. You let me know.
At least 3 members of the men's match alone.
Evans, though, springing up and over Frazier. And
Sling
Frazier
blade.
him. Beautiful sling blade. Bouncing Evans. Hook on the far leg. Kick out at 2.5.
Damn, Evans sold that. You saw the way Mr. Bouncy, he bounced off that canvas like
he
crazy.
Bounces off everything.
Nathan Frazier going up top. You got to figure he's thinking Phoenix Splash.
Well, let's see if the Phoenix may rise tonight and actually leads to whoa. Good skying of Wesley, though, catching with an elbow strike. Damn it, Evans, though, with the schoolboy, catching Frazier by surprise. Gets a 2 count. And up and over, sunset flip. Frazier again, taking Evans down. And we are 1 minute, 10 seconds away from entrant number 4. Believe it or not, folks, coming into this match, the 4th or the 5th. And we all know that 4th one most likely will be all Ego for Page who pinned Javon Evans unconsciously to win the NXT Championship. Look at Evans!
Look how he landed right into a move, but Wesley able to reverse it. That was beautiful the way that happened.
Hell of a way to kick off, to your point, JJ, the first NXT PLE that's now literally named on behalf of WWE. And Frazier catches his foot off the ropes, messy tope, but still wipes out Wesley and Evans on the outside.
Messy but effective.
How effective is it? All three men are down and out. We got 30 seconds till the next person comes out.
I figured it's got to be Paige, right? The surprise has got to be at the end.
You would think.
Yeah.
You would think at this point they'll save the surprise for the final entry.
Yeah.
And the final entry will have only 10 minutes to catch on whatever the leader has. And right now, the leader, all he has is one decision. Oh, that's a super kick by Evans to Wesley. All right, who's next?
Yep. All ego, baby.
Point and smile. Here comes Dippos himself, and all ego, Ethan Page.
What if the mystery opponent is Scorpio Sky?
Oh, the pump kick. That's a cool
Right.
shout out too. Evans immediately wiping on everybody on the outside, to my point earlier. Pump kick, clothesline, big boot, sends Frazier inside the ring. Oh, that butt's cool. It's a Credo small package, and Nathan Frazier catches Ethan Page.
Ethan Page hasn't even been in this match for a minute yet, and he's already going to the penalty box.
Yep,
Exactly.
and that's 90 seconds. Of course, that clock doesn't start until Ethan Page is in the penalty box. So the more that Ego's ego gets the better of him, the more time he's wasting.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that was immediate catch off guard. But that's the point of this match. You do things like that to get them out. Yeah, to your point, Noah, get your ass in that penalty box because you're wasting your time.
Well, no, the time is
that's
still
no problem.
ticking there. You see, he's already at 1:20, and he just got put in the box.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess
It's from the moment the three count is rendered.
Okay.
Sorry about that, JJ. Go ahead.
Look at Edwards with the Xbox chop.
Well, I mean, we saw about how he was endorsed by Xbox earlier. Roll up by Frazier on Wesley. Kicked off, though. Caught with a kick by Evans. And once again, we have three people around now in this match, as one is stewing away in a penalty box for the next 50 seconds.
Dude,
Again, you can't blink. Like you said, Walter, you can't blink. All it takes is 3 seconds, and someone can catch you off guard.
Exactly.
What a clothesline DDT combination. Covered by Frazier. Jalen Evans gets a 2 count.
I cannot wait to see his name. It's got to be that who shall not be named because of the stick or Oba. Those are my top 2 picks there. On JJ, that was good out of nowhere. I didn't even think about that till you said that.
Mm-hmm.
You were talking about pacing earlier, JJ. Ethan Page didn't pace himself, and look what it cost him. Like you said, he was only a minute involved in this match. He'd already lost 90 seconds. But it's that risk you got to take if you want that chance, the NXT Championship. Sometimes you got to ask yourself, is it worth it? And then other times you got to say, to hell with it. Phoenix Splash by Frazier to Wesley cover. The women even Page immediately back in. Roll up Frazier. Frazier trapped in the penalty box.
Payback is a bitch, and Frazier is bleeding from his nose area.
Veteran experience by all.
Ethan Page should go for the pinfall here on the other prone individual.
To your point. Kick out.
But he wasted too much time. Otherwise, both of them could have been in the box, and it would have been all ego versus Javon Evans. Trouble in paradise.
Well, we talked about earlier again how your ego or your agendas, your rivalries could get the better of your judgment. We talk about the amount of enemies that all ego Ethan has. Now we got Javon Evans and Ethan Page on the apron. This is the precarious situation. Evans freeing up to the second, looking for a cut on the apron. Ethan Page scouting it, though, and denying it. Wesley, though, catches Ethan Page with a kick as Javon ducked out of the way. And the only 2 men standing right now are Wesley and Javon Evans. Well, Javon Evans was standing. Now he's up on Ethan Page's shoulders, and what the hell is this? And Wesley, oh, dear God. And that...
Oh!
Rise!
Jesus.
Woo! That could have went really bad. Hey. Now maybe I should be sneaking up on you, girl.
And in 90 seconds, we're going to find out who that mystery person is, why Javon Evans is wiped out. Take a look at this, guys. Tope Suicida Doomsday Device wiping out Javon Evans. We got even Page and Wesley Scrum on the outside with Javon.
Holy hell! Damn, he cleared the rope with that.
Launching splash. 10 seconds to name it. Frazier's back in, though. And 50 seconds to the last person comes in. Javon Evans, massive frog splash. Even Page going for the cover. And Wesley saves it.
Now, was that smart of Wesley to save the pinfall?
No, it
You know,
wasn't.
yes, it would have given Javon Evans one, but everyone would have been on an even playing field, and all ego, the former world champion, would be in the box.
Mm-hmm.
Again,
Especially as
when
Frazier's getting released. There's now there's 4 of you instead of 3. Yep, that wasn't too smart.
when you let your rivalry, when you let your bitter hatred get in the better of judgment, this is what happens. It's all 4 men, to your point, are squaring up to each other's
10,
heads off.
9,
You know what it is?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4,
4,
3,
3,
2, 1. Who is
All
it,
4
Noah?
men are down. Who do we got?
It's Obafemi.
Yeah.
Fuck.
The ruler is back.
And the ruler is about to take over.
He wins. He's gonna win.
Game
Damn
over.
it, Noah! You didn't give us 2 picks.
I said any form of surprise entrant. That's on you, and that's on any form being an idiot, not aware of Obafemi, the unstoppable ruler of NXT since January. Well, JJ, business just picked up.
In the words of Taz, well, here comes the pain.
Uppercut to Wesley, uppercut to Javon Evans, uppercut to Ethan Page, and Obafemi, also the freshest of the field. He's got 10 minutes to destroy everybody, and all he needs right now is just 2 decisions to lead it.
Runs into Nathan Frazier's boot, though.
I'm gonna call it now. I don't think anyone else gets a fall. Oba's gonna just about to clean sweep.
We've never seen a deadline match end, though, guys, in a tie. Javon Evans bringing up to the top rope. Cut off there with an uppercut. Good night.
1, 2,
Oba,
3. There's one for Oba.
What?
Just
30
like
seconds
that.
in?
A minute and 15.
A minute
to be
so.
fair. A minute and 15, guys, to be fair. Evans to the penalty box for the next 90 seconds. And by the way, Javon Evans is the only one right now without a decision. But to your point, JJ, backbreaker.
You're a Nagi backbreaker.
I think
Covered by
there's 2.
Obafemi, the Page. Wesley bringing
Wesley,
up
again, that's not how smart is that guy?
Well,
Again.
at this point, it is smart because there's nobody else that's going to be coming out.
At this point, you might want to work together to take down the biggest threat to you winning this match. Good job! That is a horrible fall from grace. Covered by Obafemi, Wesley, and Frazier prevents Obafemi retaining the lead.
That was like he launched him like a rocket, like a dart. That dude went damn near to the ropes from the other side.
Sense of urgency. And again, JJ, like you talked about, we saw Trick Williams get 4 decisions in less than a minute. So you can't say it's over to that deadline. It's 25 minutes. Sit out, power by the Frazier. No.
Referee pulled out of the ring by Ethan Page. Smart move, breaking up the 3 count by any means necessary.
It's perfectly legal, too. It's perfectly legal.
He would have had three more falls by now already.
About 10 seconds before Javon Evans comes out of the penalty box.
Oh, Lord.
And keep in mind, Oba has victories over 2 of these competitors already. He has beat Javon and he's beat Wesley.
Oh, God. I don't know if it's wise to incur the wrath of the ruler as he was slammed against the penalty box. And I think that Obafemi just broke the penalty box door. The referee's unable to open the penalty box. Javon Evans is trapped.
There goes the camera for the penalty box as well.
And Obafemi caught Frazier off the Tope Suicida as Obafemi's finally driven face first into the ring post.
But he's still standing. Javon Evans off the penalty box.
Whoa!
Holy hell.
He bounced his way out.
Well, I mean, hey, I never said the penalty box had a roof.
Yeah, that's true.
Javon Evans springboard cover! Got all of it on Wesley! Covered by Evans! And Evans ties the field!
It's now an even playing field once again, gentlemen. Everyone has at least one pinfall.
We
Wesley goes to the penalty box here now.
we just have a little bit over 6 minutes left, guys. That's a 5-way tie.
I would like to
Frazier
remind you
is yet to go to the penalty box, by the way.
Yep. And I just want to remind you guys, this is just the opening match, damn it.
Everybody else has been to the penalty box except for Frazier and Femi.
And now Jamin Evans is face to face with the
With
ruler
the
of NXT.
ruler.
In the words of Jeff, the bad motherfucker. Oh boy, Femi is going to test Jamin Evans, see what he's got here. But again, time is ticking away. Precious seconds here. Jamin Evans right now trying to break down the ruler of NXT. Speed on Jamin Evans' side, though. Swinging a miss for Femi. Lunging shot there by Jamin Evans, but Oba catching him. A Frazier drop kick to Femi, bringing up that. At this point, though, again, you might want to work together. Neutralize the biggest threat, the biggest obstacle. And Frazier right now squaring off. Body shots to Femi in the corner. Vicious elbow by Jamin Evans, and the ruler being double teamed here.
That was my point earlier. Alliances form in matches like this. You do have to work together to take out the biggest threat. And there's no one bigger than Oba right now.
Absolutely. About 15 seconds till Wesley comes back into the fray.
And we got less than 5 minutes left. Oh,
Make note, Ethan Page is lying in wait somewhere like the snake that he is, waiting to strike. You notice he's not in there.
And again, he knows what he needs to do. What the hell? Hoisting up 2 men in the fire. Oh, super kick by Wesley. Double team right now by Frazier and Evans. And Wesley right now bringing the ruler down to his knees. And all 3 of these men are teeing off.
There we go.
He's getting back up. He's gotten back to a vertical base.
Oh, boy. Oh, God.
Huge forearm smash just takes out Javon Evans. Super kick party from Wesley and Nathan Frazier.
Watch out. My bum man out with a clothesline. At this point, Femi right now can just pick his target. Pop up. Power bomb.
There's Ethan Page.
Ethan Page. Roll up. Ethan takes the lead.
And he's just sent Obafemi to the penalty box for 2 minutes. He won't get back in here until about a minute and a half left.
We might get another Trick Williams repeat, though.
90 seconds, actually, JJ. But to your point, again, that is
what I said, minute and a half.
Well, you said 2 minutes, but I'm not going to, botch you there. Because what's the difference with 30 seconds when you figure about the time Obafemi was shocked with that happening as Ethan Page has taken the lead. Oh, that super kick. What the hell? No way. Not heat wave. Not like this. Wait a minute. Jamin Evans. Crucifix. Got him. Uh-oh. Evans has tied up with Ethan Page, and now Evans has to go in the penalty box with Obafemi.
And he's saying hell to the no.
You got to get your ass in the box, Page, or you might as well lose the match. Could have happened to a better guy, in my opinion. You gotta get in the box.
Do you really want to get in the box after
you're
the one that just sent over there? You might as well go into a lion's den with a piece of steak in your hand.
Oh, right? My gosh. I almost feel bad. Oh, no! Oh, dear God!
One way to get him in there.
Well, now he's got 25 seconds to endure absolute punishment. Oba's got Ethan Page where he wants him, and Oba right now literally is making sure he even has no escape. Oh, God. There are worse things to spend your night than inside a penalty box of Obafemi. I'm just saying.
There might not be a penalty box anymore when Oba gets done with Page.
2 minutes left, guys, in this deadline match. It's Obafemi, it's free, but Ethan Page still has to be in there for 30 seconds. Javon Evans and Ethan Page are tied at 2 falls apiece.
Did you see that jumping chop that just dropped Frazier?
Yeah, did. And again, right now, we have 4 people in the field as Wesley scored against Obafemi. Whoa! Nasty landing there for Wesley as he collides into the announce table. Ethan Page will be, if he's conscious enough, back in the match in the next 5 seconds. Javon Evans looking for the dive since Obafemi to the announce table. And Oba right now is reeling.
They can open the box, but he can't get up.
Wait a minute. What's Oba about to do with Javon? Oh, open palm strike. Look at Ethan Page is down flat. Oh, boy. Holy hell.
Just
Again, we
about a
got two
minute to
leaders.
go.
Frazier, though, trying to take advantage of Femi catching Frazier, though. Wesley coming after, basically saving Frazier. And we have less than a minute left. This is the point of no return. It is do or die. Next decision has to be the win. Femi stun gun across the top rope. Now Wesley going for a sleeper. Less than 45 seconds. Something's got to give. Someone's got to get a fall here. If not two.
You know,
Pump
guys,
kick.
I just thought of something. I said, you know, if you could save it to WrestleMania, if you think about it, at Stand and Deliver, Oba might, if whoever wins, might have to go one-on-one with Eddie Thorpe, because Eddie Thorpe could say, I was attacked, I didn't get my shot, and then that shot is on the line.
Well, that's up to David Rain to figure out. And right now, with Femi, choke slam to David Frazier. And Wesley double covers. Oh, just scored 2 falls and takes the lead with 10 seconds remaining.
There it is.
3, 2, 1.
Time is up.
Is your Iron Survivor. Whoa.
Well, we knew that one.
I mean, as soon as Femi entered the frame, it almost felt like you might as well stop the clock.
Pretty much. And again, take a look at how worse for wear Nathan Frazier is, and he still has a tag title defense tonight.
Yeah, but who's going to be the NXT champion? And do you want to be NXT champion? Knowing that Femi is waiting for you. Perhaps the most dangerous challenger in the history of NXT awaits Rich Hahn or Trick Williams. Femi is your Iron Survivor. Let's take a look at some of the action here. When Femi came in, he wrecked shop, guys.
Yes, he did. But Oba versus Trick would be a banger. You could sign me up for that. Or
I
Rich,
don't know. I don't know. I like Trick, but I think Oba versus Ridge is where it's at.
Well, you definitely
Just
got
get
Norman
that
Grit.
big Haas fight.
Yeah, about to say Norman Grit and a heavyweight bout. And by the way, if Javon Evans had just another 10 seconds, he probably could have pinned over Femi to at least hide, and we could have been rendered a different decision. But unfortunately, the deadline was met. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2024 Men's Iron Survivor winner is the ruler of NXT, Oba Femi.
To your point, especially if Oba's the face and Ridge is the heel. So it would be a banger of a match, and good too. I know who would be happy. Big E, 2 man slapping man meat, 2 big men.
And look at even Page, by the way, who wasn't even involved in those final decisions. That double choke slam cinched it. Woof. Man. Well, that was a hell of a hot way to kick things off. And again, testing my friggin' commentary and y'all's commentary. The fastest and craziest damn 25 minutes. And at the end of the day, Vin Page, he almost has himself to blame, because let's think about it. He refused to go in the penalty box. So what did Oba Femi do? He pushed him even longer, to the point he wasn't even involved in the last minute. You wonder if Page was involved there, who had the lead for most of it. Could he have maybe caught another surprise pin attempt and surpassed Oba Femi?
The world may never know.
Well, they aren't going to know now, because the deadline's been met. Speaking of deadlines, the deadline for Raw and USA will be met when it goes to Netflix, and we will cover it here Monday, January 6th, as it will emanate from Los Angeles, California. So stay tuned, folks, for a new era in WWE as Raw goes to Netflix January 6th from the Intuit Dome. And JJ, I hope you and Natalie, one way or another, get the gift of going there and enjoying it live.
Not looking too good, but
how much are
we'll
the
have
tickets?
Christmas miracles.
Be honest with me. How much are the tickets right now? Be honest with me.
Okay, I will be honest with you. Give me just a moment.
Too damn much. That's the answer.
California,
that really is the answer, but I will be honest with you.
I respect that, because I'm about to say it's freaking California. About to say outside Los Angeles, the most expensive market in the country. No offense. Well, I might be living in the cheapest market here in the country.
I would know. I'm moving there, and the taxes are crazy.
Good luck, bro. Well, again, let's go ahead and just take a look at some of the comments here real quick. And again, thank you to those that are tuning in. Daniel, Cape Rayer, Mrs. Cruz, Matthew Hollister, Matt Helms. Thank you always, everybody, the regulars and the first time tuning in. Daniel Berry Sports Highlights, 22.2 miles outside parts of Nome, the greatest username ever. Nestor, Daniel, thank you everybody that's tuning in. Hope you are enjoying the commentary, reactions, and coverage. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, as we of course do this for all the biggest shows across all the brands of wrestling. WWE, NXT, Ring of Honor, TNA, NJPW, AEW, Independent Wrestling, Showcase, and more. Combat sports, collegiate sports, so much more in store. And we're going to even kick it into more content come 2025, where if you guys reach a goal set by Walter Cruz, we might even bring video game chat and content to the channel too. God forbid. So again, stay tuned for more on that.
$241.10 per ticket.
Da-na-na.
At what section is that one? That's nosebleed?
That is terrace wall 16, row 7, seats 1 and 2.
Damn.
I guarantee you those are not going to get any cheaper.
The only thing less is a limited view seat, which is going to be behind the entranceway.
Oh,
That's $216.
Well, if nothing else, I guess you all could see the rear end of every WWE superstar if you choose that. I guess people, you know, they want to be partying up here.
Seeing the rear end of some of the female talent wouldn't be such a horrible thing, but
I was
that's
thinking
not
that.
exactly why we're going there.
Yeah, you're a father.
I followed it up, Noah, with, but that's not why we're going there.
He's a father, but he's a man first, damn it.
It's like this man going to an NXT taping is a whole other story.
I
don't think she'll let me go alone, man.
I don't think she will either.
Right. Well, again, guys, December is just kicking off. Here's the first event as we reach the deadline of the new year. I mean, we got AEW content throughout. We got Saturday night's main event coming up. We got World's End. We got TNA Final Illusion. Bring Up Honor File Out. December is stat and effing loaded.
No doubt. Walter, you better pray she never goes with you to an NXT show, because if you ever get the opportunity to meet one of the women in the underground match, she will treat you like your parents treated you in front of your first girlfriend. Oh, look at the pictures of little Walter taking a bath in the kitchen sink. She will embarrass the hell out of you. She'll be like, do you know what this man says about you live on YouTube?
Dead man walking. But again,
right?
Folks, yes.
And at this point is when she comes down the hall to be like, he's fucking right. Listen to him.
Well, again, guys, for those that are wondering, yes, coming to us, of course, next week, we will be covering Saturday night's main event. I have no idea who's on the call that night because the holiday season keeps giving a December to remember. At AEW, of course, the Continental Classic season, and we will be covering Winter is Coming Collision next week Saturday as well. So stay tuned for our simulcast. We get ready to get back into deadline here and see what our next match is. As again, there you see Lexis King right now walking out in the code, left off the show after failing to win the Last Chance 4-way. He almost wondered what's next for the King, especially being endorsed with William Regal and coming up short against Charlie Dempsey for the Heritage Cup. And for those that don't know, that is the son of Flying Brian Pillman.
Are we going to get something impromptu? Because he's saying, what are you
It's
doing
always
here?
possible.
NXT, you never know, especially with Triple H, especially when it comes to that last shot of that logo.
Maybe he wants to keep his face out there because of this trade thing.
Where his life would change forever.
Mm-hmm.
We are listening to a promo, folks, in case you're wondering. Seriously, though, this should be on TV, okay? Promos like this should not be on a pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
NAF is not engaged. NAF is not engaged. NAF is not engaged.
I'm enjoying this promo, though.
Me too.
Yeah, it's a personality thing. I'll give you that. How about struggles? Changing in perception of himself. Really removing the Pillman name.
I mean, he is right. You know, his dad was passed away in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
That's where they're at.
Eddie Guerrero too.
Yeah, one of the saddest days ever in the business.
Mm-hmm.
Well, while we wonder what the future is for Lexis King, the future could be very bright for No Quarter Catch Crew, as their New Year's resolution might be literally leaving with opportunities and championships. As of course, Tavion Heights and Miles Board will challenge for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and Winston Clare has a chance if she can survive Zarya. They can see Zarya warming up, literally powerlifting guardrail. So just let that intimidate you.
You know what, Kate?
Oh hell, here we go,
Well,
Walter.
I'm not going to say another
do we
word.
need to remove Walter from commentary on this one just so he doesn't get into
Possibly.
trouble?
Possibly NXT right now. We're about to take things underground.
Tell you what, we're gonna put this up to a vote for one because I see Lee in the chat room. Do we remove your husband from commentary for this match so that he doesn't get into trouble? Yes or no, Lee?
Damn.
We'll see what she says. See, Matthew's trying to get him in trouble. Mamacita time.
I'm just going to be quiet before we get the answer here because we're about to get hit hard in the underground.
I don't even know where she is.
Look at him getting all paranoid, looking over his shoulder and everything.
Well, while you guys worry about Walter living through to see tomorrow, let's go ahead and bring him up to speed how we got here, shall we? Jada Parker and Lola Vice. Jada Parker, one of the meanest bitches right now in this NXT Women's Division, came into wrestling off an injury. Formerly was supposed to be natural all collegiate in volleyball, but unfortunately, due to a leg injury, that chance was never going to be found. So she took a new opportunity and became a WWE superstar and joined NXT, and has definitely become a standout with a badass attitude to back it up. With wars against the likes of Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship and driving that hip as hard as she can to every opponent, including Mia Yim, in a freaking street fight. It was 2 months ago, though, that Jada Parker and Lola Vice were trying to tag together against a former enemy. And, of course, Fatal Influence. And Lola Vice, by the way, folks, is a legit former Bellator MMA fighter. And she's already told us her story about how her mom was really fighting with her in a black belt, of course, in jiu-jitsu while she was still in the womb. And, of course, we saw Lola Vice also challenge Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship. The former Valerie Loretta with some of the meanest, fastest strikes you will ever see. Things really escalated, though, when they lost that tag team match, and then we went to the extreme with these two. Of course, JJ at NXT ECW. It was a hardcore war that, of course, led to Lola Vice losing to Jada Parker after knocking her out with a brick. And again, it was Jasmine Nix that really escalated this with that distraction and that miscommunication. Two hot-headed women could not coexist that night, and Lola Vice was left to dry, as, of course, she lost to Fatal Influence after that double team by Jessie Jane and the current NXT Women's North American Champion, Fallon Henley.
Mm-hmm.
Lola has that. Two have been at each other's throats ever since.
Yep. And Lola has that deadly back fist, but Parker showed what she can do with that damn elbow on Tuesday, so she showed and proved that she has knockout power.
And again, we called the first ever women's hardcore match, and it was, like I said, I thought Jada Parker was going to get wasted. Instead, she literally knocked Lola Vice out with a brick.
Mm-hmm. And knockouts are a part of how you win, so maybe that brick shows its face today.
Well, it definitely showed its mark on Lola Vice's face.
Thank you!
And, of course, Jada Parker is giving Lola Vice what she wants. Lola Vice called for this underground match after costing Jada Parker during the NXT Iron Survivor Challenge qualifiers and the Last Chance match. But Lola Vice, guys, is undefeated in the underground with wins over Natalya and Shayna Baszler. Sorry, Big G.
I almost feel like they should have opened with this.
I agree, honestly.
Let this open and let the Women's Iron Survivors close. Plus, that way they don't have to rebuild the ring by putting the ropes back up.
Well, considering they always give us a 5-minute intermission with the stupid, pointless advertising, they probably like, we could just do this forever. I know.
It's not pointless, to be honest. If you got to put the ring back together, there is a point to it.
This time, yes. Every other time, fuck no. Anyway, here we go, folks. Time to go underground. And this is not a traditional wrestling match, as we will tell you. This is NXT Underground, where pinfalls don't mean anything. The only
Where's
way
that
to
graphic,
win here
Walter?
is via knockout or tap out or ref stoppage.
I'm a married spud.
I sent Walter a graphic with all the rules.
Yeah, hold on.
Lola Vice, of course, with great respect for the world of MMA. There you see her, of course, in her gi with her black belt. This will be the third NXT Women's Underground match in NXT history.
Lola Vice competing in all 3 of them to date. So far, 2-0. We'll see if she can remain undefeated.
And looking for that win finally against Jada Parker since they went to the 2400 arena.
There you go, Noah. If you want to discuss, there's the rules front and center.
Coming to the ring with her boys in OTM, Bronco Nima, Lucian Price. Leaving her at the top of the ramp, letting her go at solo.
Well, I mean, Jada Parker has kind of been rolling solo. I mean, we talked about it before, JJ. Yeah, you can say what you want about OTM, but honestly, Jada Parker's been the breakout. And again, folks, there are the rules. No counts, no pinfalls. Only way to win is by knockout, TKO, or submission. And there are no ring ropes. You could use the entire arena to your advantage.
Dangerous as dangerous can be, just like those blood sport.
Someone's about to get knocked the fuck out.
Honestly, depending on how Jada does in this, I almost wouldn't mind seeing her in a blood sport match. We've seen Lola Vice there.
And Carmen Petrovic, who also has a background in, of course, MMA.
I just wouldn't mind seeing. Never mind.
Yeah. Mind your P's and Q's. She is in the chat and has already said she wants you to stay on because it gives an excuse for her to beat you. So watch your P's and Q's.
The thing about Lola Vice is she also won more of her matches by knockout when she was in MMA.
Yep. She only lost one time.
And Jada Parker's never been involved in MMA. Again, a former volleyball player, but we've seen already what that elbow can do.
She has I believe it was an 80% knockout rate.
Atmosphere is set. Rules are in play. Both competitors are ready. And here we go. Oh, damn, what a knee. And already on the ground and pound. Mounting Jada Parker. And Lola Vice looking for the quick KO already. And no sneak attacks here. Both these women right now just going straight for it.
Huge spine buster by Jada Parker. That easily could have been it, Noah, if she had caught her right.
And think about this, JJ. You can't use that in MMA. But again, this is not full MMA. This is a hybrid of MMA and wrestling. In MMA, that probably would have led to disqualification. Punk kicks sent Jada to the floor.
You land on the back of your head from that spine buster, it's over. Ooh, Lola making fun of her little dance that Jada does.
Jada Parker right now catching Lola, though, and driving her to the apron while Jada's back was driven into that announce table.
I don't know if these two can ever respect each other. Sometimes rivalries build respect, but these two really hate each other.
And these two look like
oh no, man! You got to figure they're probably besties backstage. That's probably why they're having this rivalry because they know they can bring out the best.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn. Scoop slams now by Jada Parker, wearing down the lower back of Lola Vice. And we saw Jada Parker beat Lola Vice in a submission hold back at the ECW arena, guys. Jada Parker right now looking to hoist Lola Vice up again for further punishment. What in the world is she looking for here? And
Looks
Lola
like she was going for a power bomb.
Oh, wait.
Triangle.
Triangle choke.
Triangle armbar combination here.
And again, Jada Parker in trouble with Jada Parker, though, with the dominant position, trying to break the hold, going for the strikes now. And you see Lola trying to cover up. Still the Conan 9 NXT Championship on the line. Trick Williams defends against Rich Holland. Our Women's Iron Survivor Challenge! And the NXT Tag Team Championship match as well, when David Frazier and Action defend against No Quarter Catch Crew.
JJ, look.
Swinging a miss. Lola Vice still teeing off.
I see.
Great combination offense right now, buckling Jada Parker down to her knees.
Just sit down.
Lola Vice kicks to Jada Parker's chest region.
And trying to knock the wind out of her. But again, you see Jada catching that leg. And Jada, oh back
there's
elbow
that spinning
strike.
back elbow. Jada needs to capitalize here. She's got Lola rocked.
That was a vicious elbow. Shades of Jericho's Judas effect. You see Lola again
Lola able to
covering up,
cover up, though.
And again, Jada on top of Lola right now, going back to the core for the body shots. Watch this elbow again, Jada, to your point.
Bam!
Right underneath the jawline.
I can't even focus on the match because I want to watch Walter's screen with her standing behind him.
Jada Parker right now in a world of trouble. It looks like Lola Vice might have a heel hook. Or
I don't know what Jada Parker's trying to climb to, crawl to. There's no rope for a rope break unless she thinks she can pull Lola's weight over the ring apron there to get her to fall and break.
That's a good call there, JJ. Or she might be looking for some. We don't know if that brick will come into play, but she says she doesn't need it. She might need it. Agonizing pain right now. The longer you're trapped in this hold.
Would that even cause a break? I mean, Lola might just hold the. Oh, look, released it and kicked that security. This is kind of a mix of a lumberjack match as well.
I've always kind of considered it like that, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. But I will say, at least they're keeping it on the mat right now. Jada driven to the outside with that last vicious kick.
That'd be good.
Been a striking affair pretty much for the duration of this fight, not match, fight. Let's call it what it is. Oh,
went for the spinning back fist and caught the turnbuckle there, the ring buckle.
The ring post, JJ. But again, Lola Vice to her aid, maybe. She's wearing those boxing gloves, which might have helped cushion that impact. Still damage done, though. Let's take a look at the replay here. Watch the spinning back fist directly into the ring post, breaking the LED. Charging in.
Hip attack. A little hypnotic.
And think about that. That was on the arm wrapped around the steel underneath the ring apron. Jada Parker's picked the target.
Now driving the knees into that wrist.
Again, trying to break that hand, making sure that she can't get the knockout. We know that Lola Vice is a northpaw. The right hand is her dominant one. And again, though, still fighting back with the left. Shots to the ear. And again, Jada Parker, vicious elbow right to the shoulder blades there, side of the head of Lola Vice. Raining
don't
down.
Take those shots to the ear lightly. That's an easy way to mess up someone's equilibrium.
Exactly. And it's hard to fight, even stand, when you aren't balanced. And there you see Jada Parker exposing the compromised right hand, taking off that glove.
And putting on to her own fist.
Well, I mean, Jada Parker said she wanted to give Lola Vice what she wants, unless she wants to give her a taste of her own medicine, quite literally.
No, Nestor, he's not okay. He got put in check. He got thrown into the penalty box for this match.
Parker right now teeing off against Lola Vice with her own glove. Again, taking her down to the knee, a vicious shot right to the side of the head with a stiff strike. And Lola Vice is down once again, and Jada Parker is once again in the driver's seat. And Lola trying to protect herself, trying to cover up. Referee could call this at any time, by the way, guys.
Jada looks exhausted already.
This isn't her world. She is not prepared for this type of match.
Well, despite the fact she's not prepared, she seems to be handling herself pretty well right now, especially after compromising Lola Vice's greatest weapon. And we know how tough Jada Parker is, not just in NXT, but basically her journey into wrestling. Again, zero wrestling experience prior to this. A former natural collegiate volleyball player. You don't mess with someone.
The disrespect.
Well, Walter, you can talk a lot on this.
I don't even touch my son's belts that he earned in Taekwondo.
What is Jada Parker doing here with that Taekwondo belt, driving that arm and hand into the ring post?
Just rocking Lola there and throwing her back into the ring. Gonna do a bow and arrow, I think.
And bending that hand and that wrist around the ring post, JJ, she is literally trying to hyperextend all the bones and break that hand around the ring post. And again, referee could call to stop this. This technically could be a submission.
Not a damn thing, Charles. I've been a good boy.
So far.
Lola Vice trying to fight back, though. She tried to get a Parker's shoulder first into the ring, but that was a hard shot there.
Here's the issue. Now both women's shoulders are hurt. Easy submissions. You got the cross face, an arm bar. You got several submissions that are focused right on that same shoulder.
You think about also if that shoulders come on to Jada Parker, she can't trap Lola Vice with as much pressure she wants in that sleeper hold that beat her in ECW. And now using the belt to her advantage, taking Jada Parker down. So Lola Vice is trying to fight back here.
To your point too, though, if you hurt Lola's arm, she can't throw the you can't throw the back fist with as much oomph as normal.
And I'm wondering if Lola Vice is ambidextrous in her strength when it comes to the left and the right. Big Samoan drop or back fire drop, whatever you want to call it there.
You know, doing MMA myself, you almost have to do that. When you have a dominant hand, you almost train the opposite way on purpose so that it doesn't become a weakness to have. To not just be left-handed or just be right-handed, because you need knockout power on both hands.
And right now, Lola Vice again, vicious shot by Jada Parker, dropping Lola Vice across the ring steps. And what the hell is Jada picking?
You know what she's gonna do? Her drop.
Oh! Ah! Right onto the steel steps.
Right onto her ribs.
And there's no compression there.
Crowd chanting NXT.
NXT chants raining out here. Lola Vice again. Jada Parker now going inside the ring again. Pinfalls don't matter here. Pinfalls don't matter.
She forgot
about it. That's why I'm saying, like, this isn't her bag.
Again,
Lola knows better, but Jada is so used to going for pinfall attempts.
At this point, all she's doing is just continuing dissecting Lola Vice. She's wondering what's it going to take to stop Lola here. And Parker continuing the onslaught here on the arm. Now looking for an armbar, modified submission hold here. Double wrists being applied. And Lola, though, still fighting back, picking the leg.
I've resorted to biting my nails at this point.
And now resorting to a sleeper hold, possibly a rear naked choke.
But Jada, the stronger person, I think, starting to get back to her feet. Lola needs to pray she doesn't drop backwards.
Oh!
Exactly what Jada does.
Shifting momentum once again. Teeter-totter action here between both these women who are finding it out. And there's that brick.
Lola Vice is no Charles Oliveira. He was able to hold that on the UFC till Mike Sanders did that lean back. Ooh, tornado kick.
And with one hand teeing off against Jada Parker. And once again, going for submission. Rear naked applied.
Oh, she's got it. She's flattened her out with a grapevine. That's even worse. That restricts your breathing.
I don't know if Jada's able to get her fingers underneath Lola's arm.
Jada's still trying to get to the brick. Look at Lola able to reverse it, roll her a little bit deeper into the ring there. Huge suplex from Lola.
And again, that would not be legal in MMA, but here it is perfectly legal.
I don't know how smart that was to let go of the sleeper. You had her. She could have passed out.
Uh-oh, and Jada with a German suplex to Lola Vice.
Ooh, she landed on her neck.
Again, the brick, the tool of this destruction. Spinning
back elbow!
But she didn't get all of it because that's the same hand that's been injured and worked over, Walter.
Yeah, it looked like she hit more of her elbow, but there's a Darce choke.
And a kind of submission hold here. Jada Parker might be going out.
Yeah, that's a Darce choke.
That's it. That is it. Lola Vice had her.
Lola Vice still undefeated in the NXT Underground.
And once again, Lola Vice wins via submission with one hand.
She's showboating with doing that shoulder thing. Jada is out. She's just recovering. I don't even think she realized what happened.
I mean, to be fair, if that got any tighter, that could have been almost a lethal choke. Let's go back to the replay here. We thought Jada Parker was going to use that brick once again for the KO. But like you talked about before, that tornado kick rocked Jada. And then that spinning back fit, to your point, Jada, definitely didn't get all of it, but got enough of it. While screaming in pain, immediately went for an Anaconda Vice chokehold. And Jada Parker put to sleep. Jada Parker wasted tonight in NXT Underground. Lola Vice victorious.
It looked like she used more of her elbow than her fist when she did that. Jada's pissed.
Yeah, Jada Parker looks a little bit heartbroken, while Lola Vice is very happy and humble and also probably hurt. But Lola Vice wins and remains undefeated in the Underground. All right, we got another commercial break. That definitely went a lot longer than I expected. And again, it definitely blurred the lines between wrestling and MMA fighting as I expected. I still feel like they need to get more of a official like UFC type feel here with that. It is what it is, but still very game, mean fight by both. Both women were not leaving nothing to chance. Jada Parker, uncomfortable, but she adopted pretty well in the early going and then got lost a little bit towards the end with the pinfall.
I wouldn't really mind a crossover. Like if they have real two legit MMA people, maybe you loan them one day to a UFC pay per view when you do that, and you show them and you showcase WWE people on the UFC. But the risk of injury and real fighting, like I don't know.
Well, I mean, again, injuries still happen in wrestling too. This isn't ballet, and we'll see who definitely gets injured when the Elimination Chamber arrives in Toronto on the road to WrestleMania Saturday, March 1st, including the 16-time WWE champion, where you will see John Cena there, and you'll see us covering it.
John Cena's last time in Toronto, or so they say.
Yeah, I'm about to say, quote unquote, he's doing the whole 12 months, and we know WWE is no stranger to Canada. There you see the Toronto downtown area. Of course, Toronto will take place. Rogers Center, the home of the Elimination Chamber.
Based on those prices, you won't see me there.
Right?
I went to Toronto in 2019. I could speak from experience when it comes to those prices. You are not wrong, man.
I haven't been to Canada since you didn't need a passport to go.
Well, now you need a passport card at least. But you know where you don't need to go anywhere anymore because it doesn't exist? Because after what Trick Williams did, hubris and karma might be a bitch and it might bite him. And we haven't seen none of the students since. And you could thank this man, JJ, for doing it. The challenger to the NXT Championship, Ridge Holland.
I've got commercial. I've got some E-Trade babies. So you're like, you can
too.
thank this man. I'm like, what? What are these little babies playing tennis to?
Right? I'm seeing a car commercial right now.
I forgot. Premium Peacock gives you these video packages outside of bullcrap. But basically, guys, they're hyping up the NXT Championship match. So when we got a moment to breathe, let's go ahead and talk about it, shall we? It was Ridge Holland who ended Chase University, beating Andre Chase with that package DDT and securing the #1 contendership spot for the NXT Championship.
They're putting the men's title before the tag titles?
It certainly seems that way.
Bold move.
Well, let's be honest here. No one expected Ridge Holland to be a challenger for the NXT Championship before the death of Chase University. We were thinking that this was going to be a Rudy moment for Chase U. Even I, at one point, thought that after what happened at Halloween Havoc, where he thought Chase U was dead after putting Andre Chase in a hearse ambulance. But he wasn't left for dead. But he was left for dead in front of Trick Williams that Tuesday night when Chase U officially died.
Why you gotta remind JJ, man? You just keep poking the bear.
Video package and history for the fans. And while he hangs his head in sadness, it is what it is. Because there's a reason why Ridge Holland is the #1 contender for the NXT Championship, much to everyone's dismay.
Am I the only one that...
Oh, no, I think you were cheering for Ridge that night.
Yeah.
No, I wasn't. Look, I may be a passionate fan, but I take what I do here with incredible passion and seriousness. I don't have to play one side of the fence. I have to be unbiased. While you guys are the most biased people, including James, when it comes to anybody in wrestling, especially women. But when it comes to Chase U, the passion, the connection that you and Walter have to that institution, as it was called, since it was existing beyond the Black and Gold NXT, I don't take your love for that for granted. I also don't take the fact that the fact of the matter is Ridge Holland killed it.
I'm not that biased. I was just neutral in the last match.
I was going to say, and I try to be pretty neutral as well. I mean, I will admit there's women that I do like and women I don't like, but I try to be pretty fair.
Yeah, at least he's not doing nope and not commenting. He still goes through.
All right. You guys are less biased than James Hebert. I'll give you both that. You still have your biased nature.
Appreciate it.
Thank
you do too, yay, Allie.
Stop that!
Mr.
That has nothing to do with this.
You're biased with the companies, not the people.
There you go. There you go.
Everyone's biased with the companies. Give me a break. Anyway, shoot.
Like, I don't hear you talking about video packages and commercial bullshit during TNA.
Let's see. How many actual video packages of bullshit do I get during TNA? Oh, you want to get me on the spot? Let me talk to you. TNA Plus don't give you that shit. You get one movie trailer. You actually hear the commentary, and you get backstage interviews towards the actual action. AEW might be a non-stop spot fest, but at least the only fucking thing is Kevin Hart's dumbass and a DraftKings ad 3 damn times. You want to keep going?
No, you're right. You're right. As we go backstage, damn, Frazier looks worse for wear.
Sorry, not sorry. Anyway, yeah, you're talking about naming Frazier with the bandaged ribs.
And his nose, I think it plugged up from bleeding or something.
And stop me when
I
I'm
think he broke his nose.
Yeah.
He was bleeding from it during the match, and then Axiom still has his kinesio tape.
Well,
so wait,
you did say before, JJ, that you believe this team is about to meet their deadline here. And again, this team, there are 2-time now NXT Tag Team Champions, but every time when it came to the gold, they always got the win. They proved it at Heatwave. They proved it at No Mercy, regaining them from Chase University. Their only loss this year. Half of the year, excuse me.
Frazier just, I don't know. I don't know how smart. Axiom might need to take the brunt of this match and not tag Frazier too many times because
that's what he said. He just said in that promo that he'll do the heavy lifting.
And of course, they were rain lit a fire underneath the NXT Tag Team Division's ass, saying, "Show me something," and it led to everybody brawling and causing chaos every damn week. Got boys to be on top. Anyway.
You gotta admit, they have one of the better tag divisions than the.
They have a tag division. Raw and SmackDown don't.
Raw and SmackDown do, just not enough to be sustained on their own brands.
Like at least Motor Machine Gun are in SmackDown.
That's one team. I have 6 teams in NXT, even if I don't understand 2 of them.
I do like what they did last night on SmackDown, though.
I mean, I guess if nothing else, you build a program with Moisture Machine Guns, but that just proves to me that the win was truly nothing more but a moment. You just made the Moisture Machine Guns transitional. That was their first defense. But again, I'll see what that leads to. At least I know they're not being held hostage by Bootleg Bloodline. Anyway, JJ, you saw on NXT, of course, this last chance tag team battle royale where everybody was throwing people over the top rope. And it was Miles Bourne and Taron Heights that in sequence were the last team standing, winning this number 1 contendership opportunity.
When Tavion grabbed Miles for that first initial hug that he jumped into, I actually thought he was going to freaking Northern Lights suplex him on accident.
It did look like that.
I mean, you know, a little bit of overexcitement. I'm just saying. Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne with the ultimate opportunity tonight at Deadline. Will we see new NXT Tag Team Champions? Time for our tag title match.
I got new champs.
Me too.
It really does feel like change is in the air for No Quarter Catch Crew as you see Charlie Dempsey leading his boys in the battle. Tavion Heights, by the way, who was previously involved earlier this year in Pro Wrestling Noah in the N1 victory.
As was Josh Briggs.
And Miles Bourne was involved in Bloodsport. Unfortunately, it was a losing effort, but he was there.
We've also seen No Quarter Catch Crew in trios action in TNA against the Rascals. So this is a huge opportunity to capitalize on what you've seen, JJ, and their potential. You believe No Quarter Catch Crew has everything possible to all become champions in your NXT within the next month. And it could start here with the tag titles.
I'm hoping they do it, man. The No Quarter Catch Crew has really kind of clicked with me, almost like Chase U did. Just it's taken a little bit longer for me to get behind No Quarter Catch Crew because when it was in its original form with Drew Gulak and Damon Kemp, I wasn't really feeling it. But once Gulak got released and Kemp's contract expired and was replaced with Tavion Heights, there's been something about this Dempsey-led version that's really kind of connected with me.
Damn, Frazier can barely do the entrance.
Caesar warning, folks. Caesar warning. That being said, to your point, JJ, Charlie Dempsey, by the way, who still is, of course, our current Heritage Cup champion, with the help of Winston Clare, regaining that cup, of course, from Tony D. And, of course, Axiom and Nathan Frazier have been the NXT Tag Team Champions now 2 times. 2 times with victories over the likes of the Good Brothers, a.k.a. the OC, and, of course, Chase University.
Damn it.
Let's go down
Keep
to my
reminding me, Noah.
history,
And
JJ.
Emmanuel, you stop poking the bear in the chat room too, Emmanuel.
History, JJ. You don't have to like it, but you have to accept it. Even I've done that.
I know.
And those are some heavily bandaged ribs as well. And the bridge of the nose, to your point. Broken nose, hard to breathe. And of course, again, folks, this team won on Tuesday the Tag Team Battle Royal to qualify for this championship match, their first chance ever at the gold.
Is it just me, or does Miles Bourne kind of hit you like a Wish version of Randy Orton with the bald hair?
A little bit. Axiom and David Frazier, by the way, have been NXT Tag Team Champions during this run now for 96 days. We saw David Frazier did anything but pace himself in the opening bout here, and that might literally be the best thing Frazier can do, because there's no way Axiom can do this on his own. But you know Axiom's going to try his best to preserve Nathan Frazier. There's an advantage to working as a tag team versus a singles player. You have another person helping you in everything. Axiom's going to have to carry it here.
Nathan Frazier insisting on starting, though, saying he's got this.
I don't think this is wise. And Axiom, by the way, he's not 100% either. Kinesio tape on the left shoulder, but he's in far better visible physical conditioning than Nathan Frazier. Side headlock, of course, and you can see the symbolism of the tag champions, by the way, who are involved literally here last year. The same exact gear they're wearing. And blind tag made Axiom.
With the tag, yep. Axiom was not ready for it either. You saw that he had his back turned.
Well, Axiom's coming in now, and so is Tavion Heights.
Hey, Noah?
Yeah.
What was the goal you set?
I think it was like, what? Did we say like $100 or something like that, I think, or whatever? I sometimes say random stuff. It's on video. I'm sure you'll figure it out during that Thursday night.
My brother just sent me $174.63 in PayPal.
What the fuck? All right. Well, I guess the big show. Son of a bitch. Say something, and I make money up here.
Right? Jesus. It's like I could go for some of that right now.
Well, congratulations, Walter, and thank you, by the way, for that PayPal donation. So you guys want it, you will get it. Next year, coming to the Super Reliable Studios, it will be a video game series in WWE 2K24 where me, James, and Walter will play my GM mode. And may the best brand booker win. And JJ, you're AAA. You get to assign our brands and our starting budget.
All right.
And we'll talk more about that later. And also coming soon to Survivor Studios will be a video game podcast in some form. You made it possible. So again, thank you. So Robert, 2025, we're changing the game, adding video game content, courtesy of the Survivor Studios. Go ahead and say the catchphrase, JJ. Oh!
The only reliable SRS in professional wrestling. Damn it.
And he doesn't digress. Happy holidays, folks. Wow.
You know what? I do like, it's not just because of my wife. I did like her RVG name, Reliable Video Games, like RPG, making fun of that. I did like that.
Well, you know what? Go ahead and just make that a freaking logo and have James work on it. Someone message James and let him know this is official. And we'll figure out all the details later. I can't believe that just freaking happened. I need to shut my mouth. Now I just remember someone.
No.
What the hell?
Here comes OTM out for a closer look.
Well, I mean, you did say, JJ, you thought they were going to be the team to win this.
Well, it came down to Lucian Price and Miles Bourne as the last two in the match.
Oof.
So it really could have gone either way. And you're right. I thought that Jada and OTM were going to be dominant here tonight. We already saw Jada fall. So good thing OTM isn't in this. That would be bad news for them. But we've still got the opportunity for the No Quarter Catch crew to be dominant with Ren Sinclair in Iron Survivor.
Let's keep in mind, Winston Clare, by the way, was part of that last chance Iron Survivor with Jada Parker. You almost wonder with Winston Clare, of course, representing No Quarter Catch crew, is the OTM maybe looking for a bit of revenge on behalf of Jada Parker? And Axiom looking for the dive. Whoa!
There goes Frazier.
How smart was that of Frazier to do a dive like that with his ribs taped, though?
Again, it's for the titles. You got to go for broke sometimes. It's those risks that you have to take. How far are you willing to go to remain champion?
Adrenaline can
Huge
only take you so
clothesline
far,
from
though,
Heights,
gentlemen.
taking Axiom's head off.
And you were talking about new champs earlier. I know maybe we were talking about new champs earlier. Considering OTM were eliminated by No Quarter Catch crew, they very much could cost them. What's this? Overhead by the balance!
Oh!
Right into OTM goes Frazier.
God,
And the height that he threw Frazier.
Again, it's not the flight that's the most dangerous thing. It's the landing.
Dude, he's 6'3". You got to think that he threw Frazier at least 10 feet in the air, and then he landed on OTM.
And then Frazier fell 15 feet because, of course, the ring is elevated from the floor. Damon Heights right now mounting. David Frazier just teeing off, ground and pound as the tag champs have been isolated with the most vulnerable of the two.
It was smart strategy. Isolate the one who's got big red.
I can't argue that.
You know?
I can't argue that. What? God, what a power slam! You said Randy Orton cover.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that. You said Randy Orton.
Man, take a look at that.
Yep. Huge scoop power slam there. Shades of the Viper. And then right into that choke, that sleeper hold like Randy would do.
Yeah, further knocking the win out of Nathan Frazier here, and a vicious knee to the spine. Again, he has a compromised ribs and core. So everything that happens to Nathan Frazier hurts even more. And again, Taven Heights and Miles Bourne right now are taking full advantage of these vulnerabilities in this golden opportunity. Frazier might be going out here. Axiom might need to come in on behalf of his partner to preserve the NXT Tag Team Championships. The first of two championship matches, by the way. And yes, the NXT Championship match is the semi-main event, not the main. Jawbreaker. And again, Axiom right now is reaching out for the tag. Nathan Frazier is in no shape right now to be in this ring. Up and over, lands on his feet, though. Again, looking for the tag, but Miles Bourne prevented the reach. Firm grip of the wrist here as Frazier is trying to find a way to break free. Fingertips away, caught by Miles Bourne again. Oh!
Yes, I did. I said it already. We
cover two! No! I thought I was going to go for a faraway slam. Instead, he turned it into almost a rotating wasteland. Innovative offense by the No Quarter Catch crew. Half a second away from new tag team champions here. The tag made to Tavian Heights. And again, the power. Cover hook of the leg. Kick out at two by Frazier again.
And you gotta think every one of those power slams is excruciating to Frazier's ribs.
Yeah, and it's only getting one step closer to that tag title win, JJ. Quite literally.
Oh, yeah.
Again,
I don't even think.
Right now.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think he even tagged Axiom yet.
He did in the very beginning. He did that blind tag.
Inside Russian leg sweep, drops Taman Heights face first, second turnbuckle. Nevin Frazier trying to breathe new life in this match. Up the second rope, got caught. Good grief!
Oh my God, he's got. Does he have an amateur background in wrestling? The way he tosses people.
Oh,
Dominator
up the gut wrench, grab and a kick out 2.5.
You got to give it up to the guts of Frazier to be able to kick out, compromise ribs and all.
Yeah, but to your point, JJ, he grabbed him in a gut wrench, hoisted him up on the shoulder, and planted him with that dominator. Bobby Lashley would be proud of that.
Farouk too.
Damn. NXT Tag Team Championships on the line. The last premium live event of NXT's calendar year, and the first time NXT is represented by the WWE logo, quite literally. Again, that guy will strike. Frazier lands on his feet, rolls out of the corner, no quarter catch crew, crawling his way towards the tag. Tag made a Miles Bourne, into the lane. Miles Bourne again picks the ankle. Frazier, though, catching Miles Bourne as a Guri, drops Bourne, and we're at a critical moment here for the tag champs to make the tag, and Frazier finally tags Axiom in.
There we go.
And Axiom off the top, high cross body, trying to turn the momentum of this match around in favor. And look at it right now. Axiom literally in a 2-on-1 battle. It's a handicap at this point. Up the hot tag, though. Axiom in full control, except with that knife-edge chop. What is this? Ripcord. Uh-oh. Frazier. Oh, wow! Nice chain reaction offense there with the clothesline DDT. Taking both members down, no corner catch crew. Vicious PK to team on Heist is legal. Cover 2, count only.
To your question earlier, Walter, he is a Greco-Roman wrestler, bronze medalist at the 2021 World Wrestling Championships in Oslo, Norway, silver medalist at the 2020 Pan American Wrestling Championships in Ottawa, Canada, and he represented Team USA at the 2020 Summer Olympics in Tokyo, Japan.
Yeah, about to say he has a all collegiate wrestling background. I knew that he represented in the Olympics. I didn't know about the rest of the information. So thank you for that, JJ.
Yeah, I figured just the way you could just tell who are real wrestlers the way they toss people. Like it's
See,
just
this is what Gable. This is what people want. Yeah. This is what WWE wanted Gable Steveson to be. Cover. Ooh. Back in and hoisted up the power team and Hunts again. Dropping Axiom, cover to win the titles, kick out at 2.
He's thinking about doing MMA, so I may have to still call him either way.
I mean, hey, why not be multidisciplined? And look at the way, again, innovative offense with these power moves by Tavion Heist, just irritating his opponent on the process.
He's contorting Axiom's body in all kinds of ways.
Like Walter said, this is what they wanted from Gable Steveson. Gable Steveson couldn't connect.
We're better to show your wrestling skills in Minneapolis, though. I mean, you think about Shelton Benjamin, Brock Lesnar, all the amateur wrestlers that represent
the entire AWA. Vern Gagne's organization was Minnesota.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. Deathfire driver, cover 2. No.
Dude, Tavion is showing off today.
Well, it's bleeding out his mouth. Again, I talked about it with JJ. Even if they don't win, the impression is what people might remember more than the decision.
He's definitely.
They're gonna win, and watch. Axiom's gonna be the one to take the pinfall.
Well, David Frazier, the appointment now is nowhere to be found. Axiom is literally fighting this match on his own.
And even as banged up as Frazier is, as much as he carried the beginning of this match, which he shouldn't have, if Axiom eats the defeat here. God, what does that say? Like, they were doing better with Frazier in the ring than they are with Axiom. Here comes the tag to Nathan Frazier.
And David Frazier right now might be looking to go high risk.
Damn you, JJ. Now I can't unsee Randy Orton. Thank you for that, man.
No pick on Kalo, wiping out no quarter catch crew. And again, Tavion Heights, I believe, is legal for them. Springboard 450. Cover off the far leg. Kick out 2.5.
But you got to think about it. How much damage did you do to your own ribs hitting that 450?
Yeah, and again, think about the way he bounced to your point again. Immediately, though, to Frazier's awareness, going quickly for the cover. He didn't hesitate for a second.
You can see him starting to bleed out of his nose again now that the plugs are gone and the body is flowing there.
Oh boy, Tavion Heights might be looking to send Frazier for the ultimate ride, and it won't be a thrill for the tag champions if he can next year. Back elbow
for us though.
Tavion's also bleeding out of his mouth. I saw when he screamed. So
well, I mean, again, he got jaw jacked by Axiom in the early going. That's been there for a little while actually. And Frazier looking to fly. Oh dear God! Oh man!
A super release German suplex,
and he landed face first.
Yeah,
and it might be academic at this point.
And his
drop kick power bomb. That's
Going
it.
for the
We got
pin.
new tag champions. Oh, Axiom saves it.
Barely.
Barely. You talk about last second. And look how smart Axiom is, rolling his partner to the corner so when he goes out there, he can make a tag. But Travion Heights stops
Ooh.
that.
Yeah, but he gets caught with a jumping knee strike, though, and Taman Heights neutralized for now. Miles Bourne, by the way, is the legal man. Axiom off the spread. Drop kick! Did not get off if it got enough of it, though. Axiom, and Axiom, by the way, is also not legal. Frazier and Bourne are.
You can compare it. You compare them to Orton. Look at how beautiful his drop kicks are. I mean, he may have missed a part of that, but look at the stand-up one he did.
Axiom now legal, by the way, and Taman Heights has been neutralized, and it looks like the Tad Chance might be looking for a double team move here.
Looks like we're going to go for that Spanish fly.
Spanish fly connects.
I think Frazier blind tag, too. I think he's legal now.
Frazier is legal. There's the Phoenix Splash. Cover to retain. Taman Heights saves it, but it's a super kick.
That was a unique way to stop. He literally just stomped on him.
Good Lord. Stepped up, attempted offense, met with a super kick, but still preserves the NXT Tag Team Championships.
What a night, gentlemen. NXT for sure. The crowd breaking out in NXT chants.
And rightfully so. Tag made once again by David Frazier to Axiom. Axiom right now to the top rope. Oh, no! Big missile drop kick to David Frazier!
There's the miscommunication, JJ.
Been waiting for it.
Every match that's happened for the champs. What about a clothesline? Uh-oh. Taman Heights hoisting up Frazier on the apron. Death Valley Driver!
We definitely about to have new champs.
Yep, tag to Tavion.
Tavion Heights and Miles Bourne are legal. Tavion, the fireman's carry. Combination offense with the net breaker. And Heights with the cover. No!
Oh! How did Axiom kick out of that?
Dude, that was an awesome false finish, though.
That should have been it.
Yeah, I got excited. I almost jumped out of my chair.
I noticed. There's one reason, guys, why I didn't jump out of my seat. You cannot deny the resilience of our tag team champion. You can't.
You can't at all.
Miles Bourne, wait a minute. Oh, my God, Destroyer!
That was
Tavion Heights dropped on his head. Miles Bourne legal. Miles Bourne in a panic over the crucifix and Axiom. Axiom reversing it, though. Axiom, though, inside cradle. Small package. Tag chance retained!
How in the fuck?
Just like that!
There's an unwritten rule to never doubt Roman Reigns. Now I'm starting to believe you don't doubt Axiom.
I told you!
Or Fraxium, I should say.
I told you!
What the?
By the literal strength left in his arm and the awareness underneath that mask, Axiom preserves the NXT Tag Team Champion.
That was by the string on his mask, dude.
No kidding. Look at this again. Combination. You thought this was a combination offense, almost a dual net breaker, power slam, 2 9/10.
I'm sorry.
And then taking Taman Heights out with a ridiculous destroyer, why he was not the legal man, Miles Bourne was, and he just literally hooked Miles Bourne for an inside cradle small package.
I love Sean and I love NXT, but I gotta call bullshit on this booking.
Fraxium are still NXT Tag Team Champions, but mark my words, you will remember the first impression of No Quarter Catch Crew, but tonight was not their night.
And at this point, who the hell can beat them?
Your guess is as good as mine. A hell of a match, though, because we got a moment to breathe once again here. Woo!
You got to wonder, maybe that trade, maybe Motor City Machine Guns goes down to NXT and they win those titles.
There's a reason why I picked Fraxium as Tag Team of the Year. They're the only tag team that have done absolutely a damn thing for the longest time and have been champions for the longest duration. Just saying.
Ding, 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 ding.
Oh, hello there. We got a super chat here from Emmanuel Dominguez. No Quarter Catch Crew with an injured Frazier. Couldn't win that because of Busquets. At the end of the day, at the end of the day, experience and resilience perseveres weakness. It was No Quarter Catch Crew's first opportunity. Axiom and Nathan Frazier knows what it means to be underneath this challenge. They are the reason why the NXT tag division is so fired up as it is. And until you find somebody more driven, more hungry, more aware than them, you're not getting new NXT tag team champions. It's as simple as that. Whew. But again, hell of a match. That's tag team wrestling, damn it. That was phenomenal. And again, clean win. You can't say anything else. It was a clean, simple win, pure as wrestling gets. Well, anyway, again, we got a moment to breathe here. Still to come tonight, NXT Championship on the line, as well as our Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. That will be our main event. You talked about before. We also know that, again, Nathan Frazier will not challenge the NXT Championship, but he still will end the year as an NXT champion. But Ola Femi awaits the winner of this coming match between Ridge Holland and, of course, Trick Williams. As right now, we got another commercial break, folks. So, again, thank you all that are tuning in so far. Stay tuned because this Saturday night is far from over. The Saturday shenanigans, of course, will be moderated by the Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. And we have UFC content coming up here, too, I believe, tomorrow, Walter? Or is it tonight?
No, tonight.
It is tonight? Tonight.
As soon as we go off the air with Deadline, him and James will be taking the airwaves with UFC 310.
All right. Well, stay tuned for more on that, folks. It looks like we're going to have simulcast content here tonight. And again, December is just starting. It will be a December to remember as we're covering all the All Elite content with the Continental Classic. But winter is coming, Holiday Bash, and New Year's Smash. We got TNA, Final Resolution. We got Ring of Honor, Final Battle. We have Saturday night's main event. And based on time, we might do a fun little simply predicting on that show because Saturday night's main event used to be, let's call it what it is. It was a standout weekly, not weekly, but a primetime
It was
special.
quarterly.
Yeah, it was a quarterly special, all right? And I do think that there is some importance with the fact that that is back, but if they're going to do it on month-by-month basis, yeah, might be overpushing your boundaries. I'm just saying.
And the fact that they bring in Jesse Body Ventura for commentators,
Lord,
just
that guy.
it adds to the nostalgia, though, man.
And nostalgia pays.
I'm down to have it be again in January just because the Rumble is in February this year. So that gives a special event for January for WWE rolling into the Rumble. I also believe it was announced for the weekend prior to the Rumble. So we could maybe do some matches to see like who's going to be number 30 featured on the card type of thing.
Yep.
But I completely agree with you, Noah. If it's a monthly thing, it is not going to be something that's featured every month on the channel. We've got enough with PLEs and TV specials and whatever to do every month Saturday night main event as well.
Yeah, but I was saying combat sports, collegiate sports, including that limited to the Super Bowl, and thanks to that PayPal thing, apparently we're going to try and incorporate and level up here with video game content too.
Hey,
God.
depending on what version of WWE 2K you do, I might be willing to try to participate, even though I'm not a gamer, because I believe we have 2-3 around here.
I have a 2-4.
I have 2-4 too. It was free for a little while on PS5.
It was. That's the reason I got it. It was free, literally. It was a free PlayStation Plus game. But honestly, I mean, if we want to try, and find a way to incorporate him where we have more than just NXT, SmackDown, Raw presented, because I think the new one has ECW and WCW as well. I'm down for a four-way dance. We'll see what happens, though. But again, folks, you made it possible. Coming soon to our studios. Video game content, including a Twitch series, My GM mode. Stay tuned for more on that. We again covering Deadline here tonight from Minneapolis, Minnesota, the Minneapolis Armory, of course, the home of the Minnesota Vikings, and all-time collegiate athletes of wrestling, including Brock Lesnar and Shelton Benjamin.
Speak about athletes. Sol Ruka is literally doing upside-down push-ups. Holy handstand push-up.
Well, again, when you literally have a background in tournament, which is also known as gymnastics and tumbling, you know how dynamic Sol Ruka is. Previous challenger towards Kalani Jordan's NXT Women's North American Championship, and the first woman to qualify for this year's Iron Survivor Challenge, beating Cora Jade. And there you see beautiful madness, former World of Stardom champion Julia, who also qualified here for this match, beating Kalani Jordan. As we go backstage right now to Javon Evans.
Is he messing with the security that was out there for the underground match? What was that?
And it's probably some backstage hand that he knows. Let's be honest. Everyone that was there at ringside were like, NXT prospects probably.
Uh-oh, Wesley interrupting.
I do think Javon Evans, though, has a huge upside ahead for him in 2025. I really do.
I do like his perspective.
Well, you got to have that type of perspective, you know?
Damn. Wesley told him one day you're gonna be just like me, and then socked him.
I haven't seen that yet. You're way ahead of me. Now he just socked him.
Yeah.
Me and Noah are perfectly in sync. You're way ahead of us, Walter.
I don't know how that happened. I was perfectly in sync with you.
Well, we'll see who's perfectly in sync to hold the NXT Championship. Because, guys, it's time. Is this Rich Holland's redemption? Is this Trick Williams' deadline? And will he flatline?
I posted
NXT
on the
Championship
Trick
on the line.
I posted on the Trick and Ridge graphic.
Trick Williams, Rich Holland, NXT Championship.
There we go. With Sonic and Diablo and the real cost.
Again, the marketing. Ever since Trick Williams became two-time NXT Tag Team Champion, beating All Ego Ethan Page in Chicago on the CW premiere with the help of CM Punk as special guest referee, also beating Ethan Page in the Devil's Playground, bringing the devil inside himself. We've seen Trick Williams once again become the face of your NXT, JJ, now two-time NXT champion, but it was Rich Holland who decided to intercept Trick Williams' era and looks to take this finally for himself. And with a pinfall win over Trick Williams back at ECW NXT, and again, becoming #1 contender, you said it yourself that this could be literally Rich Holland's redemption and night.
As much as it pains me to say it, it most definitely could be.
The fact that we didn't get new tag team champs tell me we definitely getting a new NXT champ, guys. Like now I got that feeling.
I mean, are you sure about that? Like I said, man, you can't count people out just because of what you've seen. And let's keep in mind, the last time we saw Trick Williams, he was sent to the hospital because of Rich Holland. So yes, why he may be less than 100%, the drive of Trick Williams to find what he needs to win has led him to hold on to that NXT championship.
I don't know, but I know Trick is definitely not at 100%. He was just sent to the hospital Tuesday. It'll be interesting to see what condition he comes out in.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he won't be all dancy and doing that wolf that trick. We might get a serious trick here.
Well, we'll see what it takes to beat Northern Grit. Because all that Rich Holland's been so far is a destroyer.
Mm-hmm. Better save that voice, JJ, to do your stuff. Because you know it's coming when his music hits.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to let you do it again this time, bro. You did it good on Tuesday.
I'm surrounded by fools, and you guys are going to know why here pretty soon. Rich Holland calling Trick Williams soft. And I'm not saying SAWFT.
Damn, you read my mind. I was just going to say that.
How you doing? All Rich Holland looks to do is destroy, hurt, and take everything for himself. And tonight, he might literally take the most valuable thing to JJ's brand, the NXT Championship.
Speaking of soft, man, come on, sign him back. Like, you know he'll fit in Tony D'Angelo's family perfect, right?
That's a stretch.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Tonight might be Trick Williams' deadline on his second run. Or can Trick Williams find a way to flatline Rich Holland's run of destruction? It's our semi-main event, folks.
Come on, Noah. You can say Tony D's the Don, and you can't teach that.
No. Oh, boy.
That's one scary looking dude.
I'm so glad that Rich Holland kept his original theme. One of the actual themes I care about in WWE.
Yeah, and I love that entrance. I mean, it's to the point. Imagine Ridge versus Brock if they did it right.
Dawn in white. What does that tell you tonight?
Mm-hmm. Somebody gonna bleed?
Tells you that he feels that he's the hero of his story.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jay White once said, no one is the villain of their own story. Some people rather be the villain. Is Rich Holland the villain or the hero? You tell me. But to your point, JJ, Rich Holland might literally be his own hero tonight if he finally wins his literal first championship in WWE.
Well, if you're gonna win
Singles
your first
wise.
title, what a title to win to be your first one.
It's
It'll be
crazy to
interesting,
think that never had the tag titles, part of the
right?
Brawling Brutes.
Right?
Yeah, he had a short run with Chase U, and what did that lead to?
Him turning heel. Why do you got to keep reminding me, Noah?
History, JJ. We have to inform the audience. It was Andre Chase who literally had a chance tonight to be part of this match at Deadline, and he failed in front of Trick Williams. It was encouraged by Trick Williams for Andre Chase to pursue that opportunity. Trick Williams wanted to give Andre a chance, and because of that, he not only gave Rich Holland a chance, he gave Rich Holland the way to destroy Chase U and get his own shot tonight at the NXT Championship.
It'll be
And
interesting.
because of Rich Holland, your Trick Williams era might flatline at Deadline.
I'd be interested if Trick comes out in black now.
Boy.
With that shakeup coming up, we very well see the end of the Trick Williams era. He might be main roster bound.
Well, we'll find out soon enough who gets whooped. And Trick Williams shows up. Well,
There's the music.
I guess that shuts me up, and I know what you all are about to do, so I'm not going to say another word.
I didn't even get to the music yet. Now I think I paused too long. There it is.
There he is.
Come on,
Woof
Walter.
that trick. Woof that trick. Uh-huh. I like it.
God.
Oh yeah, man.
Surrounded by two Booker T's that are more foolish than Booker T on commentary, and that says something.
I'm not doing it, Noah.
Not tonight, you aren't. Anyway, Trick Williams apparently is medically cleared and will defend the NXT Championship here. His first defense since Halloween Havoc. It is a bomb. I'm not going to lie. Despite the fact I still think Death Row was a created AI by WWE. Until someone actually finds a picture of that person, I'm not going to think otherwise. Why else would the music be so damn generic?
Let me know when they start doing the announcing, because I hit live and now I went ahead.
You see Rich Holland, by the way, pointing towards his own neck. Maybe a sign of things to come. Think about how's your neck, Trick Williams. And we know he uses that package DDT. Let's go down to Mike Rome for the introductions, our semi-main event here at Deadline.
Introduction.
One ball!
Championship.
Yorkshire, England, former rugby player, Northern Grit himself. Rich Holland stands 6'1", 253 pounds, with 8 straight single victories so far in NXT.
6'1"? He looked bigger than that.
Camera perspective, dude.
Yeah. And I believe Trick is 6'3" or 6'4". Let's see when they pull the graphic up.
6'4", 240 pounds, our two-time NXT champion in his second run, now 67 days as NXT champion, with only one defense so far against All Eagle Ethan Page.
Williams.
And notice the heavy kinesio tape, guys, on the back of the neck and shoulder blades of Trick Williams.
I was just going to say that, yep. Trick trying to amp himself and the crowd up. But like I said in the Nate Frazier, adrenaline only takes you so far.
Well, here we go. And immediately goes in for the first shot. And Rich Holland already exercising his will against Trick Williams. And if nothing else, JJ, Trick has to protect his neck. Oh!
It's the name of the game.
And Rich Holland right now, me might be looking for that. Looking for the redeemer, the perfect DDT. Woo! Counter. big uppercut by Trick Williams.
Damn TV.
And again, right now, Trick Williams teeing off against Rich Holland. Again, Chimmer's advantage, by the way, guys. Tag can only change hands via pinfall submission inside the ring. Of course, Trick can't get too emotional here. If he keeps fighting off anger, he might give Rich Holland the opportunity needed. There's a big uppercut.
I just got a drop kick by Trick.
What the hell is going on with y'all's feet?
Now,
It's only him. Me and you
About
are
to say,
still
yeah.
good, Noah.
Okay,
let me know what he gets on top of punching him. Am I ahead or behind now?
Drop kick from Trick.
There we go.
We'll find out here in a moment, Walter. You'll figure it out, producer, man. There's a takedown
And he's
there.
on top and doing the punches.
Yeah, you see Rich Holland, though, covering up here. And again, we know that Rich Holland's in Trick Williams' head. Well, that's a hell of a spear.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
Trick
Now we're
on
in
top.
sync.
And notice that Trick Williams ain't going for a cover here. He's trying to literally punish Rich Holland. I don't
Look
understand.
at all the Canizio tape on the back of his neck bridge there
Mhm.
too, Noah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know
Yeah.
necessarily he's trying to, like, punish him or weaken him or just get revenge for all this stuff that he's done. That
Well,
was
wouldn't you,
nasty
Noah?
stuff in
You
the
just
neck.
spent Tuesday night in the hospital. Wouldn't you want your
Cover.
revenge?
Well, I mean, there's only so much a man can take. I can understand that, but at the end of the day, what's more important here? Revenge or preserving the title? But we also talk about, again, Trick Williams, JJ. You said it yourself. Trick Williams is a guy that basically lives in the moment. We aren't sure necessarily he could be the guy to carry a brand, to take himself to that next level. And you said that he proved a lot of that wrong during his match all Evil and Page in Devil's Playground. Do you think Trick can surpass that even tonight?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. Trick has been on fire for the last 12 months.
Oh!
He's at every step, every twist, every turn, he's shown new resilience to his character and accomplished things that I didn't know he could do.
Guys, look what Ridge is going for. We know the history of Big E. Look what he was about to do.
Oh, man.
That overhead belly-to-belly throw on the outside. Same move that broke Big E's neck.
And you saw Rich Holland driven face first in the ring post. To your point, JJ, remember, it was last year at Deadline that Trick Williams was the comeback of the century, 4 pinfalls in less than a minute to win the Iron Survivor Challenge.
I mean, if anybody's ready for the main roster, it's him or Raw Rumble debut. So we could see what's going on there.
Rumble, I will give you. I still don't think Trick is ready for the main roster. He's too sloppy.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Neck breaker, and again, grabbing his own neck. Here's the cover, hook the far leg, gets a 2 count.
Trick is the type of guy that you can see he gets butterflies. It's not that he's not confident, because he still handles his own in the ring, but he gets in there, and especially when he's got someone backed into the corner post, he gets really quick and really sloppy with the punches he throws, and you cannot have that on Raw and SmackDown.
You're right.
Needs a little bit more polish. I'd say another 6 months or so. Maybe draft time. Maybe.
But to your point, it was literally post-WrestleMania season at Spring Breaking. Nice swing and net breaker there by Trick Williams. Cover on Rich Holland again. Hook the same leg. It's a 2 count. It was post-WrestleMania season at Spring Breaking when he finally defeated the fire-breathing dragon known as Ilya Dragunov to win his first NXT championship. And that was literally just last year. But again, like you said, he has been on fire since literally 1 year ago from this event. Trick Williams right now launching himself in the corner. Big jumping splash to Rich Holland. Hard Irish whip
Finger
again.
splash.
And again, Rich getting out of the way, though. The whiplash effect, every move that Trick misses, of course, is compromising to that neck. Uh-oh. Oh!
Only the neck, but the spine, everything. One stinger sends a shock down your entire body.
Of course, he loves to go for that cyclone kick, of course, and you got to figure out the whiplash effect that has on your neck and shoulders.
Ridge taking full advantage of it, too. He sees that big target on his back.
Dropping that knee across the back of the head and neck, to your point. Again, Rich Holland, as JJ pointed out, former Brawling Brute alongside Sheamus and Pete Dunne. And yes, he is the guy that, unfortunately, that move he executed basically was what put Big E on injury reserve indefinitely.
Which is a shame because people will always associate him with that, no matter how big or successful he gets.
But to JJ's point, if he wins the NXT Championship, much like Nia Jackson's return to WWE, does that finally remove him from that echo of his past in front of the NXT universe?
I think it depends on the kind of run he has, no, JJ?
I think it depends on what happens with Big E going forward.
Mm.
Because everybody that Nia Jax quote unquote injured was able to come back from their injuries.
That's true.
Big E still has not. Yes, he showed up on Raw, and yes, it is going to be a huge focus point of conversation on the Saturday Shenanigans coming up at 11 Eastern, 8 Pacific. But unless Big E gets in the ring and wrestles again, I don't know if Ridge will ever be completely redeemed and forgiven.
Mm-hmm.
Trick Williams with a boot, though, trying to create separation between him and Rich Holland here. And Rich catching Trick Williams up in the fireman's carry.
And if it does come back, you're going to have to do that one-on-one, JJ. You have to.
Brought right back in with a vicious net breaker. Rich Holland with the cover. Gets a 2 count.
Is that blood on Ridge's back?
And there was not a lot on that kick out, though. I don't know if there's any blood on Rich Holland's back, but there's definitely weakness in Trick Williams when it comes to these kick outs.
No, I don't see any.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Rich Holland actually looks perfectly in shape, unscathed, by the way, so far, whatever Trick Williams is throwing at him. And he is firmly in the driver's seat. Now Rich Holland right now hanging up Trick Williams, the proverbial tree of woe.
What the hell is he going to go for in this position?
But he can't go anywhere.
He's ranking his neck.
Exactly.
Damn.
He has till 5, ref.
Ryan Danson will tell you that.
And I would take every advantage of that, too.
And Rich Holland, though, I think is taking way too much time here. Again, look at the audience. Feel it!
Crossbody in the corner.
Again, Trick Williams is literally tied up. Notice that the right leg is tied up underneath the second turnbuckle.
The one time your height is a disadvantage.
And think about this. While he's got one leg free, he is still hyperextending that knee the longer he's in this hold. So again, Rich Holland's causing more damage than he thinks.
Yep.
And look at the way Ridge was just dragging him by that leg.
Mm-hmm. But again, the focus. Go ahead.
Cover. Yeah, too. I was just going to say, again, you can't cover the man the while he's in there. You can punch him all you want, but you can't cover the man.
Yeah. But the focus shouldn't be on the leg. It should be on that neck, especially when he has that DDT move that he does.
The Redeemer.
Yeah.
That package DDT of sorts. And once again, now just applying even more pressure to that neck. And another net breaker wearing down Trick Williams. Goes in again for the cover. Inside leg hook for a 2 count.
Smart strategy by Ridge. I mean, that kinesio tape might as well be red because it's a damn bullseye.
Well, speaking to that, Ridge is now ripping it off.
And again, you see Rich Holland focus attacks on that neck with those elbows. And let's just inform people who don't know what kinesio tape does. It does not heal you. It soothes you. It helps lessen tensions in your muscles so you can continue. Ask Kyle Castanoli about that, wearing kinesio tape on his shoulder for a damn near year.
Same with the Fallen Angel for Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Fallen Angel, of course. Ring of Honor Grand Slam champion. Of course, Ring of Honor represents Final Battle. We'll be covering here soon. Matches that are announced include Legit Later Hurts versus Red Leather for the Ring of Honor Women's World Television Championship. The Righteous get a chance at the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship against Dustin Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. And
the Learning Tree defends his championship against Matt Cardona.
Hi, guys. I was going to get to that, but thank you, JJ. Yes, that is correct. And we'll see Matt Cardona is truly always ready.
You guys were talking about people who had kinesio tape. Bryan Danielson might as well own stock in it as much as he used to.
On a sidekick by Trick Williams, trying to fight back in there. Not sure how much of these Holland seconds he's getting, but he's rocking Rich Holland, hoisting him up. Beautiful flapjack. And a kip up, and again, the whiplash effect, immediately grabbing his neck. Caught up in the moment.
Ooh, went for the bookend.
Uh-oh.
Ooh.
Crossface
Crippler
applied.
crossface.
How often do you see that from Ridge?
Oh, wait a minute. Reversal. The shoulders are down.
Not
Yeah.
very often, but smart because he was putting that twerk onto the neck there.
Oh!
Bookend.
Bookend.
Two! No!
Damn, that was close. All it takes is 3 seconds, gentlemen. We always say it.
That was a vicious Uranagi, by the way. I call it what it is, the Uranagi, all right? I mean, Booker T calls it the bookend. Trick Williams is not Booker T, despite the fact he uses most of the moves in his arsenal.
And Booker T is right there at commentary. I'm just
Exactly.
saying.
That's why we call it that.
I get it, but still, what the hell?
Woo!
Oh!
I was a little scared the way he was gonna drop him.
Jackknife power bomb. Hoisted up on the shoulders. Divine driver.
Almost looked like the variation of the white noise.
Exactly.
The Trick kick out at 2.
The way he had the neck hooked before he dropped it almost looked like Sheamus's white noise.
Exactly.
It might have been more like a white noise impact, but no doubt from the fireman's carry position. That was a death by a driver, guys. But again, to your point, everything Ridge is doing is focused attack on the neck.
Call it what you want. What we call it should be effective right now.
Pretty much. And Rich Holland right now going up to the top rope. What the hell is he looking for here? The diving headbutt means nothing but Diablo in the middle. Turn it around and that rolling kick cover 2. No.
Technically, Rich's shoulder was up the whole time. Shouldn't even have counted.
Yep.
Hey, look at that rolling kick to your point, JJ. Trouble in Paradise. Let's not forget Kobe Kingston is one of Trick Williams' biggest inspirations.
I don't know how much now.
Right? After Monday night.
Yeah,
and again, we'll be discussing that on the shenanigans.
Envious, jealous. Anyway, what shot?
Both men have the same idea, going for the pump kick. Trick falls on
connected.
top.
Trick connected. Yeah, Trick connected first and got a near fall. Wait, Rich Holland dripped the arm. Whoa.
Whoa. Almost just falling on each other.
Yeah, literally emptying out the gas tank to JJ's point. Both men with the same idea. I think Trick got the slight better of it, was why he was able to get the fall first. And then on instinct alone, draped his arm off the kick out to get his own near fall. We're at stalemate right now.
I was just gonna say that we reached that point on the match where it's a stalemate, basically the reset button. We're all leaving now.
NXT deadline right now. Capacity Crown can here our semi-main event for the NXT Championship. Trick Williams defending against Ridge Holland with a compromised neck. And right now, this is an interesting panoramic camera shot. Trick Williams is driven back first into the apron.
And then head first.
Yeah.
Oh,
but again, only way you can win the title via inside the ring via pinfall or submission. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Uh-oh, indeed.
I'm not sure if ref stoppage necessarily is called a forfeit, but if he hits the Redeemer for that announce deal, JJ, you might have a new NXT champion.
This is what sent him to the hospital Tuesday, JJ.
Yep.
Oh,
See
boy.
if he can be successful again.
Oh, boy. A Trick, though, with leverage, grounding one knee.
Oh!
Oh, God.
Huge back body drop sends Ridge over the top and onto the floor there at ringside.
He's lucky he didn't cut the front of that table with the back of his head or his leg. And Trick right now.
That would have been a disaster, Noah.
Yeah, that could have been very disastrous. Rich Holland is very fortunate. But look at that Trick, the man possessed. Sidestep, though. And, oh, my Lord.
He's hanging by his neck.
He's literally being choked out by the ring ropes. Trick is trapped.
Referee trying to help him.
You know how dangerous that is. We talk about these guys. Those are steel cables. They're not regular ropes.
He could choke himself out here.
Referee finally able to free the champion here. And again, how much damage did that do to Trick Williams?
A hell of a lot. You can see him holding his neck now, JJ.
Ridge going right for it.
And Ridge right now hooking up Trick. The Redeemer! The Redeemer! Cover! 2! No! Somehow Trick Williams kicked out.
Holy
Gotta
hell.
stay focused, Ridge.
Yeah, don't get too flustered or frustrated. Go for it
Hit it
again.
again. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, again. Wait a minute. Might change the offense. Maybe a pile driver here. Double leg. Jackknife. Trick with the cover. Kick out by Ridge at 2. It was a pile driver that sent Randy Orton to the injury reserve, courtesy of Kevin Owens. Showed up first. Goes Rich Holland into the ring post. Trick Williams.
Trouble in paradise.
That rolling kick again. Catching Rich Holland. Rich back to his feet. Trick shot. Trick shot. Cover. Trick Williams did it.
I am shocked.
Yeah.
Oh crap! Trick Williams versus Obafemi.
Yeah, but
I
again,
don't think I've gotten a single match right so far tonight.
I believe you are correct, sir.
I think Lola might have been the only match I got right. Go figure, right?
Well, Trick Williams is still our NXT champion. He did not flatline at Deadline, even though he nearly flatlined himself, as he overcomes Rich Holland. Let's take a look at the most critical moment here, guys. Literally, Trick Williams was basically hanging himself, choking himself inside the ropes. Taz couldn't have choked him tighter if he tried. And then he hit that Redeemer, that package DDT, while he was already probably unconscious and maybe on just convulsion or sheer awareness. Trick kicked out.
You gotta wonder, where does Ridge go from there now?
Well, he doesn't go against Obafemi, and maybe that's a saving grace. But for now, Trick Williams, he goes forward into the new year, still our NXT champion. Sometimes, JJ, you have to be the best when you're at your worst. And tonight, Nathan Frazier and Trick Williams demonstrated that.
I'm not disappointed at the result. I'm just shocked.
Congratulations to Trick Williams, still NXT champion.
Sheesh.
Man. Well, I've got another commercial break here as, again, we get ready for our main event and what has been a star-studded night here and a wild night, to say the least, for NXT at the last stop of the calendar year. We have our Iron Survivor, Obafemi. We had successful retirement for the tag team champions in Nathan Frazier and Axiom against Miles Bourne and Taylor Heights. We saw Lola Vice knock out and incapacitate Jada Parker in the Underground. And we just saw Trick Williams overcome Rich Holland with a compromised neck. And we'll see what happens next week, Saturday night, on Saturday night's main event from Long Island, New York, when Cody Rhodes defends the undisputed WWE Championship against Kevin Owens, and Liv Morgan defends the Women's Heavyweight Championship against Io Sky, and so much more. As we get ready for our main event here tonight.
I'm sorry, gentlemen. I'm just a little taken back. I'm like really surprised at that
I
result.
told you.
Both the tag
Told
and
you.
that.
Told you. I'm just saying. I just didn't feel no title changes tonight. It just didn't feel like that to me. It didn't. Again, though, you can't argue, though, this has been a really fun show here tonight, though, for NXT, JJ. Your brand has definitely come out and showed out.
Oh yeah, most definitely. They always do, though. You know, we always talk about how AEW's television maybe not doesn't deliver on a weekly basis, but the pay-per-views, they always show up and show out. You can also say the same thing about NXT. Maybe personal bias, I feel that NXT TV delivers more than Dynamite does, but the pay-per-views, regardless, both AEW and NXT show up and show out.
Damn fucking
Hell
right.
yeah.
And that's where it matters the most to me. You can do whatever you want during TV, even if it's redundant. But if you show it on pay-per-view more than you do on TV, that's what you own, man. You basically just named the brands right there. And of course, again, we're cut still so much more to cover for AEW. And we also got Ring of Honor, TNA, NJPW before we head into the first look of the new year with all the Japanese professional wrestling, starting for me on the 29th, the day after World's End, when I'm going to look at Stardom Dream Kingdom. Thank you, by the way, for not adding that to the schedule. Jesus, you're trying to kill me.
Well, we can if you want.
Don't give Jeff ideas. No. Let's not give anybody
know-
ideas.
I know-
What is this giving Jeff ideas stuff? It is the Simply Reliable Studio.
Yeah.
All I do is make the trailer. If Noah's committed and Walter's willing to produce it, we can make it happen.
You guys don't even know a thing about Stardom.
Hey,
I know Julia. I know Mina Shirakawa.
I know I
You
gotta
know
get
Tim
back.
That's
McConnell,
two
you know-
things. That's two things I know about it. You
All right,
said
all
I
right,
don't
so
know anything.
Okay, so you know something, all right? You know a little bit.
Something.
You dickhead. You know nothing about
You
what's
set
happening.
yourself up for it, though.
Yeah, that's fair. You don't know nothing about Dream Kingdom, which is literally Stardom's variation of Wrestle Kingdom, where, of course, the World Star Champion on the line, Tem Nakano will defend against Saya Kamatani, and so much more. As I got done watching the historic crossover too, and of course, Stardom will be involved at Wrestle Dynasty and Wrestle Kingdom. Again, Japanese professional wrestling is always the highlight of my life, the premier professional wrestling in the business. Damn it.
Which is almost more of a reason why we should add it. If Stardom is going to be involved with those two shows that we are going to cover, then one would almost assume that this show on the 29th will have something happen that will build to one of those two shows for their representation.
And I know who Fuka is, the general manager.
Not to mention, January 3rd, we're already covering with Stardom's first show before Wrestle Kingdom and Wrestle Dynasty, their first show of the new year, their New Year's Dash, and we don't know what's happening there either. But
all I hear is I better start working on the pronunciations of these Japanese names.
I sent you the know what card, dude. I sent you the know what card already, so good luck with that.
What better way for him to practice than to add another Japanese show?
Oh, y'all are crazy. Anyway, let's go backstage to despondent all ego Ethan Page.
Gotta find a way. Hey, he could be part of that. I wonder if you feel he's main roster. We're ready, JJ.
He's been on major television before with Dynamite. You know, he was a featured person there with the Men of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
Come up. Literally 4 matches in, he became the NXT champion. Here he stands at the end of the year with nothing. Got the ball again.
Wakanda.
Right?
Accurate.
He came from Wakanda.
Nigeria.
18 years.
I understand the reference.
I swear, I want to say the dude's name is M'Baku, that he reminds me of for Black Panther.
What?
Yes, M'Baku is his name.
He needs to come out in some sort of like gear that's related to
it. My favorite line: "You bald-headed demon."
Bald-headed demon.
That's the funniest shit ever.
Wait. Is Noah acknowledging that he watches movies? That he's
when I was once a wee lad, but not quite a wee lad.
That old
when I worked at Walmart,
like
they literally played freaking Black Panther on repeat. Remember, I worked in the electronics, and you had to play DVDs throughout. So yes, I'm familiar with Black Panther.
Okay,
that's about as much familiar as I am.
Ethan Page doubting himself. He said 18 years it took him to get here. He's really doubting himself.
Okay, well now Ava Rain, of course, being interviewed, and again, Ava Rain, phenomenal job as the GM of NXT for the year.
I was gonna say, you know, can we give a round of applause to Ava Rain for growing into this character? She started the year off as part of the Schism tree and really kind of looking awkward in her performances. And the Schism broke up. Oh, it's Tiffy time.
What the hell is Tiffany Stratton doing here?
Hey,
she's Miss Money in the Bank.
She can always cash in on the NXT champ. And she is from Minnesota. She was there yesterday. So listen to the pop she just got when she popped on the screen.
New Year's Evil.
Oh,
faces Roxanne Perez.
Oh, no.
A Tiffany Epiphany.
Oh, no. What?
Maybe in La La Land it'll be Tiffy time. Is New Year's Evil going to be in LA?
Yes, it is. But JJ, tell me what's ahead on your NXT this Tuesday.
Wait a minute. I'm still trying to wrap my head around that. I didn't get that announcement, but apparently this week Tatum Paxley and Gigi Dolan will team up to take on the former Toxic Attraction mate JC Jane and Jasmine Neeks. We also get Obafemi addressing the NXT Universe, the Men Iron Survivor winner.
Oh, boy. They're going to kick NXT out in a big way in 2025.
You better get your ass over there.
NXT coming from LA, New Year's Evil, where Obafemi will challenge for the NXT title.
I wonder if they'll do it on January 7th then, since January 6th is the Raw debut at the Intuit Dome.
It wouldn't surprise me, JJ. All you got to do is just find your graphic and make it official. But guys, it's been a lot of fun tonight. And while we look towards the new year, we have to meet the deadline for this year, as it is time to get ready to prepare for the women of NXT to take center stage and where they deserve to be. It's our main event, the Women's Iron Survivor Challenge, where again, every second counts.
I don't even remember who I went with. Oh, Stephanie. All right.
Again, let's remind people the rules of this match, guys. 2 superstars will start off for the first 5 minutes, and every 5 minutes following that, another superstar will enter the fray. Falls can be won anytime via pinfall, submission, or disqualification. And when a superstar scores a fall, they earn a point. But when that superstar loses that fall, they are forced out of the ring into a penalty box for 90 seconds before they can re-enter the match. And the winner of the Iron Survivor Challenge will be the one with the most decisions and will challenge Roxanne Perez for the NXT Women's Championship at apparently New Year's Evil.
That'll be the first Tuesday of the new year, so that does make sense because the previous Tuesday will actually be New Year's Eve. So unless they want to do it on New Year's Eve, which doesn't make sense when you figure they'll be in LA the following week.
Oh boy. This is the number one.
We don't know yet, Datella. They haven't announced the venue. Stay tuned. They'll probably make it official on NXT this Tuesday, which means you've got to watch to know. Walter, no spoilers in the chat.
Again,
Let's make her have to watch to find out.
Exactly.
All right, guys, make your final decisions known. Of course, your prediction doesn't change here. Who leaves tonight? The Women's Iron Survivor has a date with the Prodigy in LA at New Year's Evil. It's our Women's Iron Survivor Challenge. And the number one reason I'm here, our main event at WWE Deadline. And we're about to find out which 2 kick off for the first 5 minutes.
You could find out on Twitter if Twitter existed. It's called X now.
And guys, the very first participant brings forward, I think, beautiful madness. I think our first participant is Julia.
And if anybody's going to be able to go bell for bell, it's definitely this independent international sensation.
The former World of Stardom champion who arrived in NXT and challenged Roxanne Perez on the CW premiere and could have won the NXT Women's Championship, but wasn't for the returning Cora Jade. But since then, alongside a friend, they have gotten the better of the Mean Girls of NXT. And Julia qualified for this match, beating the former NXT Women's North American Champion, Kalani Jordan, who's been fighting her whole life to get here.
You know, am I the only one that I want to see Julia versus Asuka?
I definitely could get behind Julia versus Kana, but it depends if Asuka's medically cleared and how WWE books it. But again, we'll talk more about that later.
Julia versus Asuka, Julia versus Io, Julia versus Kairi.
Julia did say on Bully Ray's Busted Open After Dark that she wants to face all the Japanese wrestlers. She basically named quite a lot of them.
I'm just saying, if you look at it, the costume, their attitudes, everything, and who had one of the most dominant women's run in NXT? Asuka, before the main roster kind of ruined her. But other than that.
And here it comes. Well, this is a hell of a kickoff. Good luck to this young participant. It's Wynn Sinclair of No Quarter Catch Crew, the last qualifier who qualified that last chance 4-way. And the last time we saw her, JJ, she was holding Roxanne Perez's NXT Women's Championship. And you called her not only the dark horse, but your winner.
I did. I most definitely did. The former Maddie Rinkowski has definitely grown on me over the past year. And I think it shows a lot of what they have to say, you know, about her by having her start this match.
Wynn Sinclair found her identity joining the No Quarter Catch Crew earlier this year and has helped even Charlie Dempsey regain the NXT Heritage Cup. 5 minutes on the clock. We're about to kick things off. It is Julia versus Win Sinclair. Let's see what decision's rendered. Here we go. These are the two starting off again, folks, for only 5 minutes as the clock counts up for 25 minutes. Immediately diving into it, but the schoolgirl gets a 1 count here. We talked about before, pacing, planning, getting that pivotal first fall, and when to get it. Again, the former winners, Roxanne Perez and Blair Davenport. Schoolgirl by Julia gets a 2 count here.
God,
You got to wonder if Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade are in the building, by the way.
I don't
And if
care
they have a favorite they want to qualify.
I don't care if I get in trouble on this one. I'm freaking more excited, believe it or not, than the Lola Jada for this match. This is women's wrestling 2024. God damn it!
As you should be, damn it. Arguably the best women's division on the domestic front, not named Stardom, surpassing the alternative brand TNA in the depth of quantity and quality. And I can honestly say that with the names I see across this field.
Wait a minute. Did Noah just say that NXT's women's division has surpassed the TNA Knockouts division?
I just did.
Clip it.
Holy
clip it.
Shit. James, if you're still in the room, clip that shit.
And right now, Win Sinclair getting the better of Julia here in this test of strength. But Julia fighting back, though. Right back into it, bending Win Sinclair, former trainer of La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa, of course, out of Mission Pro Wrestling, Thunder Rosa's promotion, former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion, by the way, alongside Missa Kate. Nice reversal there, catching Julia, shoulders down. Reversal by Julia here. A pinfall can happen at any time. Quick exchange back and forth. Great positioning by both. And again, neither woman able to pin the other. Jackknife by Julia. Win Sinclair escapes. Great counter wrestling here so far by these two. And the side headlock being applied here. Like I said, Win Sinclair, of course, previous challenger to Kalani Jordan's NXT Women's North American Championship, arguably her breakout match this year. Headlock takeover by Julia, though. Of course, Julia with rivalries against the likes of not only her friend involved in this match, Stephanie Valkyrie, but the current World of Stardom champion, Tam Nakano. Tam Nakano, one of her last singles matches, and arguably one of the most hated individuals in Julia's career.
You know, you talk about Wen being a dark horse. Zarya might be a dark horse too. Her projection, she's got nowhere to go but up, like, to be honest. And you know WWE is heavy behind her after what she proved in Australia.
Counter. And to your point, Walter, Zarya, of course, who exploded in the NXT scene, has already locked horns with fatal influences. Found hemorrhage. You thought she had eyes on the NXT Women's North American Championship. Inside cradle by Win. Gets a 2 count. And how important is it to get a fall here before the 5 minutes? Backslide for a 2 count here. Man, this has been nothing but a great exchange.
Look at this. Oh, interesting cover.
Modified cover. Ooh. That was very innovative there. Literally capturing the left leg. Almost a fisherman type cover. Fisherman backslide.
I still can't believe Julia's in NXT. We called it, 2 years ago or last year? We were saying potential people, and we named her Noah.
I never thought Steve Ogawa on a WWE program, to be fair, all right? Kondo will tie up here, and of course, Rosie Ogawa leading the promotion Marigold. And we wonder what awaits at Marigold's first stream, which apparently we'll cover here somehow, according to the schedule, on January 3rd, the same day as Stardom's first show, Stardom Gateway. Of course, Stardom ends their calendar year with their Wrestle Kingdom this year, December 29th in Stardom Dream Kingdom. And right now, Julia, going to get a clean break here. Whoa, went for the shot when Sinclair was scouted, though, back to the side headlock. And both these women have been very evenly paced and matched in what has been mostly a technical affair, not very striking or offensive. 1 minute left before the next woman comes in the fray here. No decisions rendered. Again, both women right now go for the hammerlock, standing waistlock exchange here. Julia, though, picking the leg. Julia, of course, with 3 different backgrounds, born in London. Of course, half her family Italian, the other half Japanese. Playing that leg.
That's a hell of a combination, huh?
And she was bullied a lot of that during her childhood. She had no former mixed martial arts background or wrestling background. She's been fighting her entire life. Currently, before Stardom, before finding Donna Del Mundo, Women Who Play in the World, she was an Ice Ribbon alongside Crazy Girl Suzu Suzuki. And those two were literally roommates at one point and tag team champions. They had a bitter fallout when Suzu arrived in Stardom, and they had a bitter rivalry, including a match during the 5-Star Grand Prix. Now Suzuki, part of Neo Genesis, of course, continuing to grow in stardom. And look at this. Looking for a
5,
submission.
4, 3,
Modified brutalizer.
2, 1.
Ooh.
Who's going to be next, gentlemen?
Let's
Like a
find out.
tarantula. I'm gonna say Ruka.
Sol
but let's see.
Ruka.
And 10, here comes Soruka.
NXT's resident surfer girl.
Springboard double missile drop kick, catching both Julia and Winston Claire.
Perhaps one of the most. I was gonna say one of the most athletic out of all the women. Definitely the most flexible.
Well, I mean, again, when your background is an all national collegiate humor, especially for those that don't know, that's gymnastics, Tumblr. I mean, again, you got to have that type of background. And hoisting up Julia into the airplane spin, rotating her around and taking her down face first. Almost disoriented herself there a little bit. What's this?
Surfboard.
Yeah,
Surfing USA.
She's a surfer girl. We all know that. Winston Claire, though, caught by Soruka, not only showing her athleticism, but her strength.
I just got a feeling that we're gonna see a
double cover stagger. Julia Wynn get a 2 count.
We're gonna see a soul snatcher with her jumping off the penalty box. I see it.
I mean, it's Soruka. Again, like I said, if she captures the moment, that's going to be the most memorable thing. But there's a reason why I picked her. She, in my opinion, has the most to prove, and she's also somebody that has not challenged for the NXT Women's Championship yet either.
My wife
she had a secret match this year with Klein. Oh, look at this. Counter mutilation by Winston Claire to Soruka. Nowhere for So to go as Winston Claire is literally rotating her body, trying to rotate the shoulders here of Soruka, and Soruka nowhere to go, and Julia not going in to break it up, it seems. Looks like
that's smart.
That's
but that's where your flexibility, that's why it says she's one of the most flexible. That flexibility helps you.
Well, now she's got both women locked in a submission. Modified crossface here, JJ. When stopped on top of Soruka.
Yep.
Look at that. Oh, how smart is that? Sinclair making sure Soul doesn't tap. She held her hand.
And no decisions rendered, by the way. And we're at 7 minutes, folks. Less than 18 minutes left in this. And now Julia going for a sleeper, it looks like, on Ren. I'm quite surprised no decisions have been rendered so far here. Again, very even match. Now we got a bit of a towering submission effect here. Sleeper holds on Ren and Julia.
If someone taps, does just that person go to the penalty or both?
I'm not sure.
No, he's just the one that taps because the other one doesn't submit.
Yeah, so why was Sinclair so worried about Soul tapping?
I guess that would make sense. Once again, Ren now taking down Soruka. Might be looking for a Fujiwara armbar here, and that arm might literally pop out socket straight up vertical. Is so going to tap here. Will Wen go up on the board on the field, get her first point?
You see how flexible she is? Look how straight up that arm is. Damn.
Hey, look at the torque. Look at the awareness of Winston Claire, almost Billy Robinson tactics, literally changing her position almost within 6 seconds.
We got a
big right hand
match here going.
And so Ruka now trapping Winston Claire into a head scissors.
A reverse triangle. Wow.
There's a mission clinic right now. You see Julia maybe favoring her leg.
Julia, is she going to go for a Kimura here? No. Dragon Sleeper? What is she going for?
That looks like an arm capture at sleeper hold to your point. The cravat on the neck.
Damn, these women are definitely focusing on submissions.
Drop kick! Eventually, something's got to give here. Somebody has to get a fall here at some point because things are about to get really dangerous if Zarya comes in or Stephanie Valkyrie. So Ruka, by the way, who had a sleeper match with Kalani Jordan at NXT Heatwave for the NXT Women's North American Championship. Student of the game, studying the likes of Will Ospreay and Ricochet. Nice snapmare there. Covered by Ren to get her first fall. Julia breaks it up.
We might not get a fall till everyone's out.
I mean, again, you got to have eyes in the back of your head. You got to consider right now how important that first fall is going to be.
No,
we're less than a minute away from the fourth person entering the field. It will either be Zarya or Stephanie Valkyrie.
Gentlemen, with the pool of talent, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody just wins one and everybody else has zero. Like it only takes one fall because of the pool of talent we got.
That would be a first, honestly, in deadline history. That would be a first. Julia right now sending Brandon the ball. Oh, and caught by Soruka with a kick to the side of the head. Julia sending Solely outside. 30 seconds. Wait, Wendell, the schoolgirl, the roll up, and kick out by Julia too.
I'm not saying that's what will happen. It wouldn't surprise me.
Well, I mean, yeah. And Julia, Northern Lights bomb. Cover on Red, and Julia is up a fall.
There you go. 10 seconds till we get our next competitor.
Saruga! Whoa! Go ahead, JJ.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And remember, Sinclair now is stuck in the penalty box for 90 seconds. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. The debut.
From
in
down
Iron
under,
Survivor.
coming ahead. Here comes Zarya. And Zarya right now, but the wreck shop taking Julia down with a clothesline. Big pumpkin to Soruka. For those that don't know, Zarya, formerly known as Delta, impressed WWE during the trials in Australia earlier this year when they showed the Elimination Chamber. Of course, Grayson Waller and Rhea Ripley were part of that coaching committee and scouting committee. Zarya, by the way, Delta, a former champion challenger to Jordan Gracie, TNA Knockouts World Champion. Trained by Robbie Eagles, double suplex takeover.
It was smart strategy by Julia and Soul to work together.
Again, Zarya also coming in the freshest of anybody here, and Winston Clare will be back in the match in 30 seconds.
We have
And
three
of course,
faces
Zarya-
in the ring. I just realized.
Right. Just underneath that. Massive headbutt by Julia to Zarya. And so Ruga, what the hell?
Saw Snatcher! Double!
Snatcher! But
Double
one
one.
on the outside.
Oh, that was her opportunity, but both women showing their ring awareness and rolled out.
And literally taking the soul out from Soruka there. Horrible, horrible moment. And Winston Clare is about to re-enter, so Soruka has to regroup. And wait a minute, Soruka, Soul Snatcher Winston Clare out of nowhere! Cover her both legs! And Soruka
She came out just to go back in.
Exactly. I'm sorry, JJ. It's not looking good right now for your no quarter catch crew pupil.
How many pinfalls did Trick get in a row last year, Noah?
And that's fair. In the last minute, he did get 4, but I mean, again.
Okay, so is it over yet?
No, not at all. But again,
Okay.
literally out of nowhere, immediately, great rebound by Soruka.
I don't think the fat lady is even warmed up yet.
Oh man, Soruka driven, jaw first in the top of the penalty box, up on the shoulders.
I think she
Zarya
blocked it.
driven head first into the ring post. And again, right now we are just at the halfway point of this deadline Iron Survivor Challenge. Winston Clare is in the penalty box for another 45 seconds. Soruka and Zarya find the apron. Julia nowhere to be found. And so what the hell is Soruka thinking here? This could be a nasty fall if she gets this German suplex, trying to rip Zarya up with the power. Back elbow strikes, and Soruka down to the floor. And Julia now, oof. Julia trying her best to take Zarya off the apron, and Zarya again holding on. Now Soruka and Julia with Zarya. Double team. Power bomb for the announce table.
Jesus.
You might as well be in the penalty box.
Look at Ren Sinclair in the penalty box.
Yeah, she can't believe that show us strength or that impact.
Oh my God, the way Soul just dodged Julia with that split.
Oh, but got caught in a draping net breaker on the floor. And Ren Sinclair is back in. She is shocked right now to see everybody's down. Do something, girl. Capitalize. But everyone's dead weight at this point.
She's trying to go for Zarya, who's the most hurt, but to your point, it's complete dead weight.
Everyone's dead weight. Everyone's down the outside, but she's got 90 seconds to capitalize. Julia, though, sending Ren back inside, though.
Yeah, she does not want to get pinned again.
And Julia right now scouting Ren from the apron. Oh, man!
She's playing catch as catch can. She is out.
And big drop kick, though, by Julia sends Ren down to the floor. And Soruka, Soul, what are you thinking?
Soul gonna fly.
Oh, man!
Soul hangs 10 and sticks the landing.
That's almost like a Sasuke special. That was beautiful. Sensational athleticism here shown by Soruka.
She
Yeah,
needs
that's
to stop gloating. You got another opponent going to be coming in about 30 seconds here.
About to say, getting caught up in the moment could cost you here. But to your point, Soruka's already got one fall. She's tied with Julia. Now looking for a second. Robot win. Kick off, though. In less than 30 seconds, Stephanie Valkyrie will enter the field, and all 5 women will be in. And up and around. Oh, wow. Look at this reverse tarantula. Locking the arms of Winston Clare between the ropes, but Julia, though, catching Soruka here. What the hell is Julia doing? And Julia right now trapping, but Soruka with the reversal. Pinfall, Julia. Yeah, it's a 2 count. Catching with a kick,
4,
though.
3, 2, 1, and here comes Stephanie Vacure.
The Dark Angel of NXT and the former CMLL Women's World and Women's Tag Team Champion and NWW Strong Women's Champion. The first WWE superstar signed, born from Chile. Almost lost her footing there with the springboard crossbody, but catching Soruka here. And also with pinfall victories over the likes of Julia. Soul Food eat the feet to Soruka now, and all 5 women are in, folks. Again, competing in Chile, Mexico, Japan. Soruka is a world bender. Meteora in the corner to Soruka here. Might be looking for the first fall. Hook above Soruka's legs. Gets a 2 count here. And again, going for the fall, trimming both legs. Gets a 2 count again. Also still undefeated in NXT with a pinfall on Roxanne Perez. Uh-oh. Ah, Dragon Screw leg whip. Damn, that move at the soft poor win. Poking the near leg by Stephanie and broken up by Julia. Oh, baby. I've been waiting to see these two go one-on-one in NXT. It started in Corrigan Hall in February. It might pick up here in December in the Armory. Uh-oh. Look behind. Here comes Zarya driving Stephanie into the penalty box. And look at these 3 individuals right now. The most experienced individuals in this ring. World tested. And a massive German suplex to Winston Clare by Zarya. Oh, God, climbing here with a spear. Power game coming into play, guys. And Julia right now on the back. And right now, the only 2 women standing for the moment are Zarya and Julia. And again, Stephanie Vacure and Winston Clare have no falls. Julia and Ruka are tied at 1. Double sleeper hold attempts here now to Zarya and Julia, courtesy of Stephanie Vacure and Julia to Zarya. A lot's happening here tonight. Good grief. Like Roxanne Perez said, guys, all 4 of these women have to go after each other to get to her. What the hell? Ow! Running in with a cannonball. Julia assisted, crushing Stephanie in the corner. Zarya taking control of the field. Massive F6 to Julia by Zarya. Into the cover. Zarya's on the board. And Julia is in the penalty box now for the next 90 seconds.
Wow, I'm a little shocked. I honestly, I didn't expect Julia to ever go in the penalty box.
Stephanie Vacure and Winston Clare, guys, the only ones without a fall at this point. We are at a 3-way tie with less than 7 minutes remaining. And right now, everybody teaming up against Zarya. Stephanie Vacure, Soruka, and Winston Clare. Double team clotheslines and Zarya, but over the outside. And Stephanie, whoop. The care, though. Schoolgirl on Ruka. Now Schoolgirl by Win on Stephanie. Kick out at 2. Double leg. Jackknife by Soruka. Oh, almost got 2 falls there with Stephanie and Ren. Code breaker.
That camera person is lucky.
Oh, man. X Factor. Landed flush. Julia stuck in the penalty box for the next 40 seconds.
Look at the bruising on Soruka's rib.
Yeah, the start of the battle being shown here and what's been a hell of a highlight here tonight, NXT.
Julia's got about 30 seconds left. You can see she is anxious in there.
What the hell?
Huge moonsault from Zarya.
With the field down. With the field down like that, you got to think that benefits Julia when she comes out of that box.
Zarya might go up, though. She got the far ring, gets a 2 count here. To your point, beautiful double moonsault by Zarya, wiping out Soruka and Winston Clare. Looking for the fall. Soruka gets a 2 count again. Julia will be back in the next 5 seconds. We are up to 19 minutes and 23 seconds in this Iron Survivor Challenge.
Look who's right in front of Julia, too. Stephanie. Oh, she went in the ring. I was going to say they're prime for attacking her.
And again, Julia has never met Zarya before coming to NXT. Sidestep, Soruka driven to Zarya, and Julia right now taking advantage of Winston Clare and Soruka. Uh-oh. Oh, man!
Julia came out of the penalty box like a bat out of hell.
2 for 1 with the DDTs, reverse DDT and regular DDT combination. And Zara right now trying to, Julia right now trying to go up on the field with just 5 minutes remaining. And Julia to the top rope. Nasty missile drop kick senton, taking out 3 women, cover on Zarya, and Win breaks it up.
And the ring awareness to crawl backwards to cover Zarya.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, JJ, you're just taking it in, man, because I know at this point it's just a wrestling match. You cannot deny how impressive all 5 of these women have been. Super kick. Women's the clip on the cover on Zarya. Almost got another fall. And Irish, hammerlock. What is this? Hoisted up. Julia with Ren Sinclair. Oh, man. That's the impact on the head and neck. Julia assists the cover on Ren, and big kick to the side of the head by Stephanie.
Mamacita.
Again, one of the best luchadores in the world today, and Stephanie wants Julia. The best of friends here in NXT. Might become the most bitter of enemies tonight. Less than 4 minutes left, and Zarya and Saruka interrupting this meeting of the minds as we're headbanging here, and we're not in Seattle, folks. Irish whip, Saruka and Zarya met into each other with missile drop kicks by Stephanie and Julia. And look who it comes back to once again, guys, as these two are literally meeting each other's minds. Big right by Julia. But Kara, though, trying to hook up Julia for that package. Ooh, for that net breaker. Look for that SBB counter, though. And again, Julia countering Stephanie. These two know each other so damn fucking well. Oh, God! Release backdrop suplex.
I like scissor submission. Oh, we know what she's going for. 1,
yeah, that's
2,
one way to
3, 4, 5 of those.
Shouldn't you be pounding in Spanish?
I was just thinking that, but I missed the opportunity. I'm sure she'll do it again.
3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left. But Kieran Sinclair without a fall. 3-way tie amongst Julia, Zarya, and Ruka.
Did I just hear somebody say 3 minutes?
Massive double underhook suplex. Springboard crossbody covered by Ruka. And Zarya breaking it up. And yes.
Oh, deadlift German.
Again, all these women, massive power impact moves. Zarya running in. Ren Sinclair getting out of the way, and Zarya showed it first into the ring post. Now Ren Sinclair taking advantage. Ruka, crossline cover, wins in the box. Stephanie with a ball.
4 1s.
4-way tie, and for the 3rd time, Ren Sinclair is in the penalty box with no falls.
To be fair, you did say she might be in there just to eat all the falls, JJ. You did say that.
I know, but I really was hoping they were going to give her a good showing, man. And now she's going to come out with like 20 seconds left.
50 seconds.
Split-legged cutter.
Oh, like Ruka with the cover. Stephanie. Someone's got to get another fall here. Oh, massive elbow by Julia to Ruka.
Working together now.
Julia and Stephanie drop down. Saruka the side step. Saruka again, though, finding her way. Drop toe by Julia. Stephanie, Tiger Pink.
619.
But Kara got caught in the ropes there, and Saruka, great awareness, fending off the entire world.
Sounds like the crowd is chanting, "Let's go Ren."
Springboard 450 double clothesline covered by Ruka, and Stephanie gets a 2 count.
23 minutes and 44 seconds.
We talked about before, JJ. Ren Sinclair has become a favorite of the NXT universe this year. She is one of those breakout stars since joining the Quarter Catch crew. People have really appreciated her character and athleticism. That's why you called her to be a dark horse. That's why you wanted her to win. And she will literally have 50 seconds to somehow score 2 falls. It's the point of no return with less than a minute left.
To be fair, all she has to do is 2, not 4 like Trick.
And Ren Sinclair,
if we're really being fair, all she needs is 1 to tie it, because you got to figure.
She got it! She got it, JJ!
We got a 5-way tie.
What happens if we end in the tie?
I
don't know. That's what I was just about to ask.
2 count. Less than 30 seconds for Zarya. Watch that win. It's Stephanie.
I think we're gonna find out. I think that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna end this in a tie.
F6! Bang! G-trigger! Julia roll up on Zarya! Julia
Guess
takes
not.
the lead! Less than
Guess
10
not.
seconds! Stephanie roll up on Julia! Cover! No! 4, 3, 2, 1. Marty Straw! That is it!
Julia!
That is it! Julia wins! Holy shit!
Damn! Literally at the last second, she won.
Julia beats the field with 2 falls versus everyone at 1. And Julia is this year's Iron Survivor. Holy fuck, what an insane sprint. Dominance, strategy, technical awareness, incredible, stunning athleticism. But in the end, Beautiful Madness is victorious. Congratulations to Julia, this year's Women's Iron Survivor. And that means she will once again have a date with the Prodigy. Let's take a look at some of the action here. That Northern Lights bomb was the first fall that allowed Julia to go up 1, pinning Win Sinclair. And then this incredible Soul Snatcher, less than 2 seconds the win came out of the penalty box, put Saruka up on the field and sent Ren back in the box for the second time. Then Zarya, of course, that F6 to Julia. That was her first fall and Julia's only time this bout in the penalty box. All these women literally brought everything out.
I don't know about Julia. Already had the title shot.
And Stephanie with the cross leg cover, trapping Win Sinclair for the 3rd time in the penalty box, tying the field at 1. As Win came out like a bat out of hell with less than 50 seconds, you were so excited, Wanda, when she got this roll-up fall. The entire C universe was on their feet, thinking Ren was going to have a comeback moment, but then she got F6 for her troubles by Zarya. And that G trigger, that knee strike by Julia was all she needed to clinch victory. If there was another 5 seconds, that Monty Straw cradle attempt by Stephanie could have given us our first sudden death. But the clock met its deadline before the 3, and Julia wins.
I don't know. You got to figure they're going to do that one year, do a whole tie.
Well, either way, Julia gets her second chance at the NXT Women's Championship in a phenomenal main event as Deadline has come to its end. Beautiful Madness awaits the new year. An incredible effort and a stunning display by all 5 women. Ren Sinclair, Stephanie Valkyria, Saruka, and Zarya, nothing to be ashamed of. But tonight goes to Julia.
I don't know about this book. She had her title shot already. Damn, look at the confetti.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. Will a new year usher in Beautiful Madness as Deadline comes to its final line, comes to its end. For Walter Cruz and the regular wrestling J.D. Williams, I'm Noah Foster. We'll see you on the other side for the Saturday Shenanigans and a UFC watch along. Thank you for tuning in to our coverage of NXT Deadline. It's been a hell of a show.
Wow.
That was wild.
Get people's thought on it. I think I got a little excited and kind of overtalked him, and I think it flustered. So I got an opportunity to come back in and give his thoughts.
Yeah, about to say, I mean, JJ, I think was taking it all in. I mean, again, he's the story and the analysis guy, but it was just a wrestling match. But I think JJ might be a little bit disappointed because, again, Wen Sinclair, she spent literally a minute 30 times 3. She literally freaking spent 4 minutes and 30 seconds in the penalty box. So while we wait for the Renegade Wrestling to return, again, tremendous show. NXT, you still didn't deliver tonight in the main thing. But also, Jada's probably helping with other stuff, knowing that you guys are going to simul stream out here. And also got prepared for the Saturday Shenanigans. So as we wait for the Renegade Wrestling, Jada Williams to come back, and I hope that he's okay.
Yeah, I apologize for overtalk. I got a little excited. I think I just overtalked him. That's all.
Yeah, well, you and him need to figure that out. So that's the case. Because I know sensory overload could be a very huge thing. Anyway, that's professional wrestling, damn it. I'll give it that. That was a hell of a fun show. Woo. And Wen Sinclair will have her moment. I'm a little, again, Saruka, she had the moment. That was fucking phenomenal. All right, well, after we got a moment to breathe, again, folks, that's Deadline, and that also concludes this year's NXT League. Prepare for the results for the team and the Galaxy if you are predicting this year. They'll be out some point in the next couple of days. So that being said, Julia versus Roxanne Perez 2 at New Year's Evil in LA. Yep, I guess that's official for the NXT Women's Championship.
I think Matthew's asking who was the MVP of the match.
No, I think he meant Ren. Because let's be honest, Ren was the most technically sound. Ren was the people's choice, I felt like. And that moment she got the fall literally within the last minute, that was the loudest pop that entire match. People wanted Ren to win, I think. And it just didn't happen. So there you go.
JJ definitely wanted her to win.
Right?
I don't know.
I don't see anything from. I mean, it's just one of those things you gotta consider that again, we don't necessarily know what's ahead. So what we do know is ahead though is again, you guys are calling UFC, and we know that we're gonna have Saturday shenanigans moderated by the Renegade Wrestling, JJ Williams. So whenever he comes back, he didn't leave a message in the private chat or anything. So again, hope he's okay. So
yeah, me too. Again, I'll apologize on air if it was me that did that.
About to say, and
I'm never too prideful to admit when I make mistakes.
well, that's the thing about some people, men or women. They don't know how to admit their mistakes. But it's one of those things also where you gotta consider there almost was a mistake a couple of times during that Iron Survivor challenge. So we gotta see what happens. Again, thank everybody that tuned in to this production courtesy of Survivor Studios. We hope to see you for UFC and Saturday Shenanigans. Hope to see you towards the rest of the month. We still have so much more to come. We got all the December to remember events ahead with AEW's Winter is Coming, Holiday Bash, New Year's Smash, Christmas Collision. We got Saturday Night's Main Event. Yes, we'll be covering that. We got Ring of Honor Final Bouts, TNA Final Resolutions, AEW World's End. And if they want to make it official, I'll be happy to include Stardom, Dream Kingdom to educate you guys on that ahead of Wrestle Dynasty and Wrestle Kingdom, which we will also cover as Walter, for some reason, decided to put up the next graphic. The next All Elite event. Winter is coming next week, Wednesday.
I'm just showing everything you just talked about. We got Winter is coming. We got so much stuff coming up. We got Genesis, which will be January 19th.
Yeah, that's the new year.
Look at this. Holiday Bash for AEW. AEW really doesn't want us to sleep at all.
AEW always keeps me awake. You kidding me? Along with New Japan Pro Wrestling and Stardom and NOAH, the list goes on and on and on.
Christmas Collision. Look at all this.
Fight for the Fallen. Raw Netflix. Freaking. Shall we continue? I mean, you guys are trying to kill me, quite literally. I think tonight almost killed me with the freaking fact that I was calling 25 minutes in less than 2 minutes because those 2 minutes is faster than a buzzer beater in an NBA Finals game. Jesus Christ.
I'm sure you're looking super forward to this one.
Oh, you have no damn fucking idea. Anyway.
Oops. I got to erase those.
So, again, folks, what was your match of the night? And what was your favorite moment here? Let us know as we conclude. But I think for now, Walter Cruz, let's go ahead and bid the people a fine adieu for this stream. This again, folks, it's been NXT. We'll see you again very soon here for more NXT content. But come up to our studios, UFC, and Saturday Shenanigans. Until then, as I always like to leave you, make a positive impact in life and have a good night. Cut the feed.
Definitely tune into the UFC as we're going to start at the top of the hour here.
All right. Go get a drink. Go pee. Go get some rest. See you guys in 10. I won't, but they will see you. See you all then. Bye-bye.
Yeah. Hopefully you can tune in.
We'll see. I don't know. I'm crazy. Cut the damn feed already. Push the button.